It's Infinite Warfare of multiplayer. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. Am I getting shot in the back? Oh jeez. If you're buying this game or any game on the Xbox store, the affiliate link in the video description takes you to the Microsoft Store. Holy, I got vaporized. Why are you looking at the spaceship out there? It's an easy way to support the content because you're probably buying it anyways. Have I died 3 times in like literally less than 30 seconds? My god, I'm just going to find my peaceful place within the watery rocks. There's the Amazon affiliate link for anything you're grabbing on Amazon. And yeah, consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. It's like $1 to join. The longer you're a channel member, the cooler your icon is. And then you feel like you're on the top of the I don't know, the channel. I was gonna say top of the world, but it's like, I can't promise that. I don't know why I always go for this one, but here it is. Yeah, this is a pretty depressing start, I gotta say. You get, like, just eviscerated this game, damage-wise. Can't even tell the bullets killing you or hitting you. You just kind of die. This COD be crazy, man. It's like an X-defiant level of time to kill. Kidding, that stuff is nasty fast. What took out that thing's leg? Oh, and I got shot in the back. Could you join? Just join in, you know, just enter, you know? It's just online stuff, you know, you're always, people are always welcome to join in. Just, you know, keep in mind I'm not going out of my way to, like, get you in, but you're always free to hop in and play. Yeah, we do that for all the experiences. Well, that we can. Some we shutter because, you know, people cause problems. Like, was it Age of Empires 2? Yeah, if we stream Age of Empires stuff, we don't allow the public in. You know, one bad person ruins it for everyone. Really? And my teammate too behind me? What kind of gun is that? They're just murder bots, guys. And this game has, like, really piss-poor spotting that this guy was, like, I know it's a small map, but, like, literally I had appeared and that guy was, like, running towards me. That's terrifying. I guess the idea is not to jetpack around, so they don't know where you are as much. I guess now they got a UAV and an anti-UAV. He slid right into my weird ice thing. I got an assist? An assist with the claw? That can't be legal. Oh, the claw didn't last long there. Okay, I can shoot shot even though I'm on the other side of crates. Alright. Let's line it up for a big quad kill, guys. Everybody stand right in one spot. Alright, let's try the shotgun. That seems to be, like, ridiculous. I don't know. Other people were smoking with one shot with this bad boy, so let's see what we can do with it. Hey, it's actually, we're tied. I'm like -5, but we're tied somehow. And that's definitely my teammates putting in the work, I gotta tell you. It's time to go be a hero. This thing is incredibly overpowered. See, guys, I told you, I'm a hero. I gave us 2-3 kills. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this shotgun is ridiculous. Now we're losing. Even when I make a positive impact on the team, it's still like a negative impact. Our best moment was when I was standing there, not doing anything. Man, this shotgun is ridiculously overpowered. I honestly, I can't even fathom how ridiculous the shotgun is. Oh my god, I'm walking through the other team with this shotgun. How didn't that guy die? He had 99% of his health taken away. Watch this. No, I guess it doesn't really tell you how much damage they took. I went on like a rampage with that shotgun though. Maybe I'm using the wrong gun. Maybe that's been my issue this whole time, is I have it. This looks like something out of Wolfenstein. That was a good headshot. I'm equal now, guys. Yeah! When I went equal, we all won. Was this Call of Duty well received? Not really. Not the infinite you were expecting. Why did you ask to join the game and say goodnight in the same sentence? Did I totally miss that?
Nice work. Well done.
Halo Infinite. Hello there. You guys are expecting Halo? On this channel? In this economy? I mean, come on. The only reason we like I didn't want to do any more Halo Infinite after that April 2021? April 2021? Was that when I wanted to stop doing Halo, or let me go take a look on the channel. I'm gonna go take a look at my archive of videos, because there was like a certain date where I'm like, I'm not doing anymore. And I kept to that, but then ODST there, he put in some money for an Infinite stream. Yeah. No, it was the last time the last official Halo Infinite stream was February 6, 2022, and I said I was done with it. And then we did one, I think 3 months ago, March 9th, because ODST there paid for that to happen, so that's why I'm joking, it's like in this economy. But hello, folks. Yeah, no, I don't think this one was super well received. This one really struggled because everybody was playing Modern Warfare Remastered instead, which kind of hurt the numbers, but I wonder what the Metacritic was. It's okay. Like, I don't really love the multiplayer, but like the campaign is like okay. It's got a 77 Metacritic on PS4. 73 on PC, so lukewarm. 78 on Xbox, so console-wise, pretty solid. PC-wise, a little lukewarm, but, you know, not bad reception. Not as good as Call of Duty is used to, I would imagine, but, yeah. Oh. That's quite a leg. Anyway, sorry, I got totally distracted there. I was actually thinking there was someone I haven't like looked up in a while that I knew because they hosted these event things, and I was like, I don't know what made me think of like looking up the account tonight, but I was kind of like, oh, I wonder what they're doing recently. And they've got like the what was the best way to say it? They're deep into the streaming. I guess they were streaming back then, but they're really deep into the streamings. But they do more of the adult stuff now. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting change. Yeah, it was attractive, so I'm like, it makes sense. But I was just like, that's did not expect that. You know, you don't look into somebody for like a year or so, and everything's completely different. I was just very surprised. It was literally before the stream started. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Case in point, guys. Check up on people you know occasionally, and you'll be like, what? Yeah. Pretty poorly. Well, I mean, I just went over the scores for it, but yeah, I just kind of... I think from a fan perspective, it wasn't really popular. Like I said, Modern Warfare Remastered kind of like, you know, it was bundled with us, and everybody was playing that, and it actually impacted how well this one was doing. God, you just die in this game. You know what I mean? You just appear and you just freaking die, man. Yeah. Well, the thing was, they forced you. The only way you could get Modern Warfare Remastered was by buying this game. But later on, they split them. But yeah, they were trying to like upsell this game, or trying to sell people on this game with an upsell price by including Modern Warfare Remastered, and then they're like, what the heck, everybody's playing Modern Warfare Remastered, and it's like... Also, the reason we didn't get Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer was because the multiplayer for Modern Warfare Remastered was more popular than this game at times. And that's not good for Call of Duty business, because they, you know, they lose money. They need you buying the new microtransactions to make it possible. So, man, that is really piss poor throwing on my account, and apparently playing, Jesus. But again, from a, you know, console review perspective on Metacritic, you know, like 8 out of 10, basically. PC, but like a 7 something, so like, you know, it's not like it was critically poorly received, but, you know. I mean, there's a lot of Call of Duties that the multiplayer is dead on, and this is one where you can still play it, so, I mean, it obviously still had, like, its fans, I guess you would say. Especially since it's like a Wednesday and we still have full lobbies, so. Especially at this hour. But as per usual, I was never huge on the jetpacking stuff. I've never really enjoyed the jetpacking in COD. I always thought it was terrible. But I really did appreciate all of the views that I got when they did an Xbox One X enhancement to this game. I will give it to them, you know, doing that 4K resolution bump up on this game. Thank you, Infinity Award. Thank you for that. Because like I said, I got some pretty good views back in the day on this for the 1X version. I was very happy. Now, on the flip side of that, I am extremely sour that this got a 4K upgrade, and Modern Warfare Remastered did not, even though they released, you know, same time. And I would much rather prefer being able to play Modern Warfare Remastered at 4K as opposed to this game, but, you know, you take what you can get, right? You take what you can get. No, Advanced Warfare was the Kevin Spacey one. This was the one with Jon Snow in it. Yeah. Name names? Name what kind of names? Anyways, hello there. Yeah. I mean, I don't think YouTube always plays ad revenue before videos, you know what I mean? I didn't get demonetized to my knowledge. Usually they let you know with a big glaring email. Not that I've ever had that for YouTube. I've never had like monetization problems really, honestly. There's been a couple times where they do big changes where some stuff gets impacted, but I've never really had any like deep monetization problems on the channel. There was when streaming was a new thing and I streamed Watch Dogs 1. Yeah, I did a stream of Watch Dogs 1 back when it launched, which was really popular. My stream got cut halfway through due to music playing in it, and I got a copyright strike back in the day, which was lovely. And back then, you know, you lose monetization for like a month, I think it was, and you can't stream, and yeah, it was a whole thing. They've changed the rules for how that works now, but I was like, that was savage. Because my like Watch Dogs stream was really popular too. That was like one of the first times I was dipping my toes into trying some streaming back in the day. And then obviously I didn't really start streaming until a few years ago, but you know, it was intriguing. And then I got one strike from doing, so I did there was the Xbox Fitness videos. Like I did Xbox Fitness and I would record those videos. And then like 8 years on? I think it was about 8 years on, when they took down Xbox Fitness, all of a sudden I got like a copyright strike from like a fitness group about like a fitness program that I had done like a video thing on to show off for how Xbox Fitness worked, and I was like, what the hell? But it wasn't a big deal, and it disappeared after a month, so, you know, it wasn't a big problem, but that's about as many like problems as I've really had with YouTube over the years. Honestly, I've not had too many monetization problems, because I know there's a lot of other channels out there that have had like tons, like lots of copyright claims, stuff like that, but that was the only major stuff. Yeah, honestly, it's like AdSense for like websites and stuff where it's like Google's like a complete pain in the ass. Same with like ad mob for like Android stuff is just like ridiculous. But yeah, YouTube, it hasn't been too bad. Just saying it could be a lot worse, because I know a lot of other creators have had like way worse problems, obviously. Yeah. But I'm sure if I keep doing this, eventually we'll have, not that I want to, but I'm sure eventually we'll have issues here or there that pop up, and yeah. Anyways, this is kind of how she works. You have a Karen, a woman named Karen? Okay, so why is my green screen having issues now? Kind of makes me wonder if somebody bumped my freaking green screen and like didn't tell me or something, because it's been working flawlessly for like quite a few weeks, so I'm kind of wondering if somebody bumped my fucking green screen. And I can tell because it doesn't work properly. I know that sounds weird, but literally all it takes is somebody being like very careless and like tipping it, and then it'll have issues. It looks like it's good now, kind of, but yeah. You played Mario Party on the 4th of July? Okay, that's nice. Well, I'm glad you care about my revenue. It is very important, you know, it is how I make money. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's $1 to join. It's what Teddy would want you to do. Wink, wink. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. And GamerHeadquarters.com. I write stuff occasionally on my site. What? Like today, I capped off my Indiana Jones review and my Asteroid City review. I was writing up a storm. Okay, I think we need to find another lobby. Don't worry, I believe there to be multiple lobbies out here, because I actually did come across a couple. What is this? Is that like a meme picture of someone? That's so strange. I don't like that. I love my pal GeoTurtle's picture here. It's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. All the guys want to see Joel's cat. That's the Kitty cat, guys, if you haven't seen it. Joel never did send us a cat for the Discord. You know that? I don't think she ever sent us our cat tags.
Let's get to work.
Wonder if I should bother her and be like, send us the cat. We could ask Mitchell, send us the cat. Joel, send us the cat. We could message Mitchell. I'm sure Mitchell would send us a cat. On the Discord. Send us your cat, Mitchell. Anyways, there's enough cats on the Discord anyways. Not even a cat fan.
Enemies breaking from cover.
Anyways, we're also trying to set up a Starship Troopers stream night, so hopefully that will be soon. We were gonna do it tonight, but Kevin needed to reschedule, which was great because I'm glad he let me know way in advance tonight, because like, as I've said, when I do a PC stream, it is a bloody pain in the ass to set that up. So, yeah. He let me know well in advance, and I was like, oh, thank God. Because oh man, PC stream setup is like, it is effort. I have to like pull out this like big green screen curtain thing and set it up and angle my webcam weird at a new angle. And, oh man, it is a production. Not to say regular live stream setup isn't, but I've got it kind of streamlined. But yeah, no, that is a lot of work. The Mag, or are you watching Mag? Are you watching the one with the robot chick that moves around, or are you watching like the Mag with the shark? Alan Wake is free on PlayStation. Well, you should probably play it. It's one of the greatest games ever created. I can't speak for the quality of the remaster though. Like, I heard there was mixed things about how the remaster was done, so I can't speak for how good that is until I finally get around to playing it. But yeah, Alan Wake 1 is like literally one of the best games ever made. So it is worth playing if you're on PS Plus, so you can go download it. I think they added GTA 5 back to Game Pass today, and Sword and Fairy got added. I thought Sword and Fairy got added last month, so I'm kind of surprised about that. Yeah, anyways. Grand Theft Auto. It kind of makes me want to do like a stream to tie into the fact that it's on Game Pass, but I really don't want to, so... yeah. So that's how I feel about that at the moment. But I'm sure a lot of people will be excited about the fact that GTA is back on Game Pass. I got the claw! The claw! Star Troopers is like aliens with insects and it's hilarious. Like, the game is? Like, I know what Starship Troopers is. I've watched the movies. The only good bug is the dead bug. But, like, yeah, I'm very curious about the game. Kevin was... because basically what happened was Kevin was, like, kept bringing it up how much he wanted to, like, play that game. He was gonna get it. And then well, one of the thingies I used to get codes, they had it up, so I was like, hey, I got a couple codes to do like a stream on it, and they're like, yep. So I was like, okay, here you go, Kevin. And then he's been playing it, and he told me it's like, there's not a lot to it, but you do like some base building, and you just fight off huge waves of insects. Apparently it's like 16-player co-op, and like I said, he said some base building type stuff, so I'm kind of curious about that. He says it's kind of like Horde, like Gears 2, 3 Horde kind of, and I'm like, okay, interesting. So, very curious to see how that is. I think it should be a funny stream, if anything, but yeah. We'll have a lot of phrases from the movies that we'll be spouting off, obviously. Do you want to learn more? Wow. Quake 1 Remastered? Apparently Quake 2 Remastered is coming in August, so look forward to that. Red Dead Remastered rumors? Yeah, we posted one on the Discord and talked about it briefly. Yeah. You've not played the next-gen version of GTA, how is it? I do have a video on the channel going over it. It's an improvement, but it doesn't radically change the game. It's just an improvement. So as long as you go being like, oh, I just want GTA to look and run a little bit better, you will be happy. But if you're expecting any sort of like graphical, like big overhauls or anything, that's just, yeah, that didn't happen. But I don't know why you're surprised about GTA 5 coming to Game Pass. They seem to bring it back for every, like, a few months, and it leaves for like 6 to 7 months or something. Or, well, I think it's more like, you know, it'll come on for about 3 months, and then it'll leave, and then it'll come back after like 8 months. They seem to bring it back sometimes, like, what, twice a year sometimes? It would appear whenever revenue is dipping, they throw it on Game Pass to get more people to play it and buy shit, or buy stuff in it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised it's back. It's been on Game Pass and left, what, 3-4 times so far? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't really like playing it, but we did the Christmas GTA stream and people loved it. I don't understand why. Apparently it was hilarious. I don't know.
Mission failed. We'll come prepared next time.
I don't get it, but, you know, if people enjoy it, that's what the streaming is about, I guess. Entertainment and showing things off and people enjoying it, so mission accomplished for me, I guess, yeah. I don't know. I have been selected to do a feedback. No. Like they even pay attention to that back then or even now. Okay. So that was exciting. Like we're gonna get Crusher? No, we're gonna get Classified. I wonder what that will be. That was good. We did Final Fantasy for I think 4 hours last night. If you guys missed that and want to see what Final Fantasy is all about, And then I think tomorrow I'm gonna do, there's like a breakfast all day kind of place. I think I'm gonna go have a fancy, kind of pricier, whimsical breakfast and do a walk tomorrow, I think. I don't know for sure, but I think that's on the schedule. And I played a lot of this game today, so I'm gonna try to have a review of it eventually, but man, that game's boring. So it's like, it's a don't nod game. And if you guys know me, no, I'm a huge fan of the Don't Nod titles. So, yeah, that one is, it's a... I'll pop it up again so you can kind of see it. It's just like one of those, what do they call it? Visual novels? Yeah, it's just like a visual novel, so... You know what the issue is with the green screen today? It's the shirt, it's the brown shirt. It's not as effective as the other shirts, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, there's also comparison videos too. I did for the next gen update for GTA. I don't know if this will help you. I did one where I compare it GTA 5, like the next gen version, versus the 360 version, next gen version versus the Xbox One version, next gen version versus the Series S version. So I've actually covered all the comparison grounds. You know what else is crazy? I've got like Red Dead Redemption comparisons on Xbox. Those are some of my most popular videos ever. I'm not even kidding. I've got like 200,000 views on my Red Dead comparison videos. That's the weird thing is like some of my comparison videos, you know, I don't get much off of them, and some of them just like absolutely massively popular. So definitely something I need to explore doing more of and try to pick the magic flavor of what makes those so successful, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge what people like nowadays. It seems like there's less interest in seeing different games being looked at on Series X now. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's summer or what. Yeah, it seems like new games that are popular that come out seem to be what gets the attention from people. So, it is what it is. It's also summer. Tends not to be as good for YouTube stuff, but yeah. I'm very curious about the, what was it? I don't know if you guys saw it, but over the last week or so, I guess YouTube's been testing new, like, anti-ad blocking stuff, where it's like, if you have an ad blocker, it gives you, like, 3 videos before it, like, shuts off access to YouTube, and I'm like, wonder if that will impact revenue in any interesting way, so... just thought I'd bring that up, because I was kind of reading into it. I was like, oh, intriguing. Honestly, very bored today. If I can't sit there and record things, or I don't have something specifically I need to do, I just, endlessly bored. Not to say I'm not getting work done, but it can be pretty boring. But yeah, I was basically just playing that game and then doing the write-ups, and I was checking things out on my phone while I was playing that game. Because it just plays itself, right? It's a visual novel, so it's just like talking. So I'm just kind of listening to it, and then I make occasional like choices. Because it's a don't nod game, so they're like Telltale games where you like decide the fate of things. I don't know, I couldn't really get into the characters. It was one of those like, I don't know how to describe it, like really, really inclusive titles. So it's like, the cast is very distinct and there's a lot of stuff, but they don't really focus as much on like character development as opposed to just kind of like the quirks of the characters. So I don't know. We'll see. I gotta be, you know, there's still more of it to play or sit there and listen to and get a review done eventually if I can actually get through it. Actually, the reason I'm getting through it is because the PR guy keeps kind of getting on me about it. And apparently Don't Nod really wants to know what I have to say, so I don't know. But anyways, we're working on that. Yeah, the gun flopped up in here. I wish there was some more exciting things going on, but yeah, not really. As I sometimes note, I'm in that period of life where it's like I got goals, working towards goals, but it's just kind of like waiting for that that next set piece. You started playing Redfall today. Ugh. Ugh. The music? Oh yeah, no, the soundtrack for like Quake 2 will be turned right off. Yeah, I learned my lesson with Quake 1 when I was streaming that one, and that was the longest copyright claim I've ever gotten in my life. It's like 2.5 hours long, and it's just like a Nine Inch Nails soundtrack for Quake Remastered. I was like, Jesus. So yeah, no, the music will be right off for Quake 2. Which is weird, because I remember doing Quake 2 RTX videos. I don't remember having any copyright claims. So, yeah. I don't know, I'm intrigued about Quake 2 Remastered. I think that could be a lot of fun. We'll probably get a couple streams out of it, I would imagine. You know, Quake's really cool. Like, if you guys have not played Quake Remastered is excellent. And, yeah, looking forward to the Quake 2 Remastered, which should be out in, I think, August. Like, it'll come out as a surprise for QuakeCon. How do we know this? It was rated by the ESRB, so we've got a rating for it, so it's a real game that exists. And they'll probably shadow drop it during QuakeCon, which makes me wonder if they're going to keep doing a Quake Remaster every couple years. Are we gonna see, like, you know, maybe up to Quake 4 will be pretty cool? I still think a Quake reboot is coming. I'm pretty confident about that. Dishonored 2? I don't think Dishonored 2 has FPS boost. Isn't Dishonored 2 the odd one out that doesn't have it and all the other ones do? Am I crazy for thinking that? No, I don't think Dishonored 2 has FPS boost. Dishonored 1 Definitive I think runs at 60, and then Death of the Outsider or whatever runs at 60 with FPS boost, but I don't think Dishonored 2 does. Let me check the videos. Yeah, Dishonored Death of the Outsider has FPS boost. Dishonored 1 Definitive has FPS boost. Dishonored 2 does not have FPS boost. And people always complain about it. Because it is kind of weird that the others do and that one doesn't. Oh, did I level up? Oh guys, look. I've got one of those things that lets me buy a loot crate, guys. I could buy a loot crate.
Put that one to good use.
Oh cool, I got a new body. Thanks, robot dude. I like the cute quartermaster more, but you know, it works. Is it 4K though? I think so. I did a video on it. I don't really specifically remember. I can just kind of go off of the thumbnails. So like I can go to like my videos and I can like search quickly and like I literally, if it's FPS boosted, I put like an image in my thumbnail. So that's the best way for me to check. But believe it or not, I don't remember the resolution stats for all roughly, I don't know, 1200 or something Series X games that I've covered, so I wish I could. I wish I could. Some of them I remember because people ask enough, but a lot of them I'm like, I don't know. I think that's 4K. I think it is. You told me I need to get the comparison ones. Yeah, they're a lot of work. That's an issue. You prefer Quake 1 to 2? Interesting. Quake 2 is usually the more loved one. But yeah, so the comparison videos are like a lot of work because they take more time to record and they take a lot of time to line up. They're better with the new PC, like with my older PC. It took a lot longer to kind of like sort of render and like line them up, if that makes sense. But my new PC just kind of eats through the rendering stuff pretty well. So, well, actually, I think for the side-by-sides, it's actually the CPU that does a bit more work because you're like doubling up what's happening. So yeah, going from the 99 to the 13900K has helped with that a lot too. Also just for like the preview of like running it back and making sure it's like lined up way better now. But yeah, I like doing the comparison videos. It's just honestly like a lot of comparison videos I've recorded and I just have never edited because it just takes so long. Yeah. It's quite an effort. For my regular videos, it's literally like, you know, I go in, get the info, do my setup, and then I record, and then I just snip the front, snip the end, adjust the audio and then render it. And so that's about as like in depth as it gets for that kind of thing, right? Whereas like a comparison video, look at all the bodies. Comparison video, I gotta sit there and like line it up, and then I gotta add voiceover, and then yeah, it's a whole different kind of production, honestly. Yeah, not as bad. Yeah, Gollum was the worst. Would claim copyright for what? Well, they probably, what it was is they literally probably signed some new agreement with like 9 Inch Nails for bringing back the music, and probably right away by default 9 Inch Nails like did copyright claims on the audio, right? It's probably like pre-planned essentially. So I think that's the big difference there. I don't know. I like the companies that do the revenue share instead, you know, where it's like you still both earn. I don't know. It's a weird system. Like, honestly, it's, you know, it's somebody's music. They deserve to make money for it, I guess. But it's also like, you know, it's a product that, like, I have that I'm showing, and, you know, it's... Yeah, it's a good question on that kind of thing. Because technically, if you pay for something, you should have ownership of sharing said thing, but... you're also technically playing an interactive movie, so you technically don't own anything, and yeah, it's... I don't want to dive into the deeper morality and ethical and technicalities of doing like video work on YouTube. It's a long thing I don't want to dive into, but yeah. And I'm sure people have mixed thoughts too on everything. You know, a lot of people think I should just work for free, and yeah, I know, all that stuff. Did that guy just do like a shadow run move where he becomes invisible and can't take damage? I got the akimbo shotguns, guys! Oh, this seems like cheating, kind of. These things are ridiculous. See, I hate when these CODs have these stupid-ass guns, these akimbo weapons. It's so dumb. I just killed that guy with his own set of guns, eh? Do you think he's a bit disappointed that I killed him with his own guns? I seem to do better picking up other people's weapons on this. I thought that guy was still coming this way. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sucks to suck, bro. I've got the claw, but I'm just really rocking these freaking akimbo shotguns. These things are ridiculous. The shotguns in this game, very overpowered. Very overpowered. Huh. Seriously, just some straight up nasty shotgun shots. I should be using the claw, though. The claw rips and tears, but the fun of the akimbo shotguns. Like, isn't that just utterly ridiculous? Now I'm dead because I couldn't see where he was because he ran on the walls. Okay, I'm gonna bring out the claw. The claw! Meow. I couldn't kill anyone. I got stuck with electricity, so that kind of sucked. Do you guys think that that dude that like runs around with akimbo shotguns and that invis thing that makes him temporarily invincible is a bit of a dick? I kind of feel like that's the case, right? That totally is the case. Yeah, I don't need to ask. That is true. That's a very good grenade I had there. Yeah, I'm not used to any of these weapons because they're not typical war weapons, so it's sort of neat to play around with the different options. It's also neat when people like the stream. What? Subscribing's great, donations cool, consider becoming. You guessed it, a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's like $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. the Xbox Store affiliate link, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too, for your affiliate store purchases. Easy ways to support the content, because I mean you're probably buying stuff anyways. Double kill. Now I'm dead. Did I beat Final Fantasy 16? I streamed it for 4 hours, and there's 30 hours of it. You started Pentiment? Pentiment is an excellent game. I hope you enjoy it. It's also one of those games where I think it gets better as you go along. And while you might find like the last act to maybe be a bit slower when it starts, just stick with it because the payout of that overall experience is just absolutely remarkable. That is, Pentiment is a very, very good game. Very, very well done. The big day for the FTC ruling? I mean, we don't know if it's tomorrow. It could be Friday. And besides, we might... So, like, when they do... Like, when the judge does her delivery, it's gonna be, like, a document that's, like, given, right? So, we might not know what the ruling is right away. I'm thinking it's gonna probably leak out to all the different sites pretty fast, but we literally might not know. And besides that, they might not tell us, and then... You know, it's like 5 business days that, you know, Xbox would have to wait to close the deal after the delivery kind of gets noted. So it's like, you still you gotta have patience and wait a bit. An interactive movie. Yeah, not a lot of gameplay stuff. Yeah. ABK operating it. Well, I mean, it's not like they want them to operate independently and stuff. It's more about rulings in case any of this stuff gets, like, broken up later. It's actually annoying that Bethesda acts as, like, it has its own entity still. I do find that quite tiring from, like, my perspective. Like, work-wise, it's terrible. But, you know, it's just how it works, right? You don't do your deep integrations until way later. Alright, team deathmatch on Scorch. Let's do this. Yeah. I don't know, the story of Final Fantasy 16 was pretty interesting. It was just like a very slow burn. Too much like padding stuff. VIS mining. I've also got Enchanted Arms here to do a video on. I finally got that installed. I bought the 360 version because I thought it only played on a 360. It's backwards compatible. I would have rather waited and bought it on a sale someday, but anyways, I have it physically now, so I'll do a video on that one eventually. But I was like, god damn it. But yeah, good thing I checked before I started filming on that one, because I could have filmed the 360 version and then been like, oh my god, it's backwards compatible, are you kidding me? Yeah. Anyways, I've gone through the big stack of games to record my stuff of what was backwards compatible, so... Lots of retro games on the way. I've got some more PS5 stuff I want to record. I've got some more... I think I've got some more Series X stuff to record too, so there's stuff coming. I think it's just gonna be a bit of a quieter summer though until, you know, like we'll have a couple releases, but it's gonna get busy around like September and stuff. Yeah. How have I been? Good. Yourself? Well, I mean, I've been fine, I guess. Kind of living day to day, you know, not really anything too riveting or exciting, I guess. I don't know. I'm in decent spirits, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Wait for that next big bit of excitement or something like that. I did go on a new walk the other day. That was kind of cool. It's not finished though. It was really funny because I was like, ooh, a new path. You know, it's somewhere where I drive along. Because you gotta wait till they put in new neighborhoods to get like new walking paths, obviously. Because like every neighborhood here gets like walking paths, and it all connects across Canada and the city and stuff like that. The cool thing about where I live is like unlike other cities in Canada, you literally, if you have the time, you can walk through the whole city. Like the walking paths are connected across the entire city, so you can literally tour throughout the entire place in like a very cohesive way, where you're not getting like stuck or cut off. And that's part of the path that actually goes all the way across Canada, which is really cool. We literally have a trail that just goes all the way across, which is awesome. Like that backdrop there. I gotta give it to them. You know, Infinity Ward, it looks like they were bored doing Warfare stuff because the art direction in this game is fantastic. But anyways, yeah, the new community, you know, I was like, ooh, they got a path. And then the path is like, I think it was only like 14 minutes long, but I'm like, that's not bad. I'm like, that's a start. And then I walked through the community to take a look at it, and I was like, okay. It's a community where I wanted to live in, but the houses are like honestly overpriced for the type of neighborhood it is, so I'm not really that interested in it now, but yeah, it's a nice spot. Fun fact, they've already had an armed robbery there, which is hilarious. And I'm like, what, there's like 20 people that live here? It's like, what is the crime per capita if you've got like, you know, there's more people living there now because they've added more houses, but I'm just like, you know, this is at the time, I think there was like literally 20 houses. I'm like, you've got like no one living here and you've already got like an armed robbery? Like, that's a terrible neighborhood statistic. Just horrible. I was actually wondering if maybe the property value would decrease a bit because of that, but it looks like it didn't. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But I like new paths, so someday that'll be a new neighborhood that I can, like, you know, do my walks through and stuff. Lots of hares. You can tell that a lot of the animals there are displaced now because, you know, it's in the middle of, like, farmland and it's all gonna be housing now, so you've got all these, like, hares just roaming around because they used to live there and stuff, so I guess that's sad if you care about that sort of thing, but we need houses here so that people like me can get a house at a decenter price, but yeah. Sorry, bunnies. Well, they're not, you know, bunnies. They're hares, but yeah. Sure, they can scamper off somewhere else. But there was like 6 or 7 on my like walk through the neighborhood. I was like, jeez. Anyways, yeah, no. And then I messaged my one pal, and I was like, because I was looking at some of the stalls, I was like, what are these gonna be? You know, foundations, because he does construction. So I was like, you know, what is this stuff? And then he was letting me know what he thinks it is, and I was like, oh. Oh, and they had the weirdest buildings. So they've got these houses. And I guess they're called rear garage buildings, my pal called them, because technically they are, but they're like a very long house where you don't have a yard. One side of your house has a door and a garage, and the other side of your house just has a door. So you've got like 2 front doors. Like, seriously, like, don't think of it like, oh, it's a back door, but no, literally, you have 2 front doors with different porches and stuff, where it looks like either side of your house could be the way to enter your house. And these houses are squished together. They're very long, but, you know, they're pretty large. And you don't really have, like, a yard at all. And I was like, this is the dumbest house design I've ever seen in my life. Just crazy stupid, but I was like, it's interesting, because I was like, what the hell is this considered? So yeah, that was neat. See, go for a weird walk and discover so many fun things. Am I doing well at this game tonight? Because that's weird. This is not a COD I usually do well at. I look like I'm like being like a tryhard or something here. Yeah. Some zombies? Oh, I definitely don't want to play zombies on this. I might, but yeah. AEW Wrestling is going to be here. No, I don't think I'd check that out at all. Yeah. Wait for this to be on Game Pass? Yeah, it'll be pretty cool when that happens. It'll be cool to have all the CODs that we can on there. Yeah, no, so I've got to, like, I don't know. Actually, I've got my banking appointment next week, I think. So I got a lot of money to shove in the bank, and then I guess I gotta go like house shopping in the fall, so that should be fun, and then hopefully get something early next year. Or I'll just throw all my money back into my GIC again, and then just make like a freaking ton of money next year, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. See how the market is, we'll see what the vibes are. Yeah. Because the thought crossed my mind too when I was going on a walk, is like, you know, if I had someone of a similar age that had their life together in a similar way, we could buy like a pretty freaking solid house together. Yeah. Pretty like decently solid, like actually like a nice house. And I'm just like, god damn it. Looks to suck. Hello there. Yeah, I know. He missed the hype up. See, if only we get everybody jumping in the stream at once to really prop up those numbers and excite new people to watch. That would be cool. Solar Angel? It amazes me that people are checking out these COD games for like the first time, you know what I mean? Just the idea of being like, I want to try out Infinite Warfare, like 2015 this came out, or was it 2017? I don't know, several years on is just like mind-blowing to me, right? It's not Halo. Why would you think it was Halo Infinite?
Team deathmatch.
You guys do know we don't do Infinite on here, right? Look, guys, my entire team left. That's nice. 6-on-3. That's lovely. I told you, if Microsoft wants to open up the money banks and pay for some Infinite streams, I'm all for it. But yeah, no, I don't like that game. I've been very clear that I don't like that one. Yeah, there's a couple people playing this game for the first time. That's so weird, because it's not even like a Game Pass title. I just can't wait to see these titles when Game Pass drops and have all these people checking out all these CODs. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, we can play like even the old weird ones. I think we'll have to do like a channel, like chat thing, and kind of be like, okay guys, tonight we're gonna do like COD 3, so download it and come play. Just so that we could do streams of like these really old CODs. I think we might actually set up like community play dates when that sort of thing happens. But yeah, we might have like a literal schedule based around it. I still believe the summer sale is supposed to be this week. If it is this week, it'll start tomorrow night. So we'll do a stream covering that if that is the case. It could be next week too, but I'm pretty sure the summer sale should be this week. At least that's what my calendar says. What I should be doing is actually checking the date that I had it for last year, but yeah. I just go by my calendar, usually my calendar's right. So anyways, hoping for some deep cut sales. Although I don't think I really have anything left to buy. I practically own everything. You know what I mean? Like, I own all the old stuff that's, like, backwards compatible, aside from, like, probably 5 or 6 games. I think somebody gifted me Lego Brawls, so I'll have to do a video on that. Which is cool. Yeah, it's interesting to see the game gifting, always surprised. Custom lobbies would be cool, yeah. Well, we'd probably do public just so that more people can join. Yeah, we would do public so that regular people can join it, because I don't know if we have that many people that would come and play is the thing, right? Because believe it or not, a lot of people, they watch the streams just because they want to watch something, they don't want to play something, so... But it would be cool to rally people so that we could at least play some of the really obscure Call of Duties, you know, like Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, stuff like that, I think would be neat. But I would imagine all the more recent CODs should probably have, at least for the first couple weeks, all of, like, you know, the people that are fans of the different CODs checking them out, or checking them out for the first time. So, yeah. And I think long-term, like, the most popular CODs will obviously benefit the most. Like, we should have healthy player counts for, like, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare Remaster, you know, stuff like that will probably continue to have very healthy player sizes. But yeah, just keep in mind it'll probably be a very temporary thing where you'll be able to play really old CODs. Because even if those are on Game Pass, I still don't think the communities will necessarily stay on them forever, but yeah. It'll be very cool if we could pull off at least one Call of Duty 3 stream for me. Kevin, he wants Call of Duty 2, obviously, but yeah, I've always wanted to do a Call of Duty 3 live stream, so we'll see if that happens. Do I own Roos? No, I never bought that one. They like delisted it. It was like $50, and I was like, I'd never make any money on it. And I'm like, I don't even think I'd get any views off of that one either, so I was just like, eh. I mean, hell, I'm still trying to find King Kong the game. One of these days. Yeah. One of these days, I'll King Kong. An odd picture. What is she advertising? We're losing? Am I doing that bad? No, I'm positive. It must be my teammates that suck. The zombie mode. Yeah, the zombie mode was cool, but I'm just kind of like tired of it. Unless we get like a quirky weird map on it. 2 years to port it all. Well, the thing is, it's like, you know, as I've mentioned, the older the COD is, the more likely it'll be on Game Pass day one. The only issue is really the PlayStation marketing, which ends January 2024. So, like, technically Black Ops Next, assuming, you know, the deal goes through, Black Ops Next should be the first Call of Duty that can actually drop on Game Pass. Now, my thing was, I was reading they can't actually add anything till 2025. So I don't know if that has to do with maybe like a first look deal PlayStation has with COD to, like, you know, delay stuff an extra year. But yeah, as far as I understand it, that contractual obligation for marketing ends January 2024. So if I mean, they're not allowed to, because, you know, part of their oath agreement and blah blah blah. But if they really wanted to, and they weren't, like, in a world where they didn't have to deal with any sort of like concessions or anything like that, they could literally rip off Call of Duty from PlayStation as early as Black Ops Next, essentially, in 2024. But, you know, obviously they're not doing that. They're going to keep it on the platform to keep making more money and blah, blah, blah. Makes perfect sense. I honestly, I would keep COD on PlayStation. You know, because again, they said they're not going to get rid of it and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, whatever. And they have a 10-year deal to do that. You know, not take it away, blah, 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 blah. But, like, what I would do is I would keep COD as is on multiple platforms. I would get people used to the idea of buying COD through Game Pass instead of buying it. And then I would rip it off once people are used to it. That would be the ultimate business plan. Because you don't really move people during a generation. You move them between generations. Just my personal business thoughts on it, if you were really wanting to be ruthless, which Microsoft really isn't, so yeah, but that's how I would do it. 16? This was 16? What was 17 then? 17 World War II? Be down to play. Cool. Reese is one of your all-time favorite RTS. Well, really interesting. I've heard good things about it, but yeah, I was just like, RTS games are kind of like a hard sell to people, if that makes sense. Like, there's a dedicated community for RTS, but I notice a lot of the audience, RTS is like real hit or miss for interest. Like, the Age of Empires 2 stuff did so well on the channel. I was so happy. A, you know, money. B, views. C, subscribers. But D, mostly, you know, it's one of my favorite games of all time, so it's great, you know, that I could get something that, like, does well. Like, I'm very proud of my Master Chief Collection review for Series X. It hasn't cracked 100,000 yet, but it's pretty close, so, you know, I'm always, obviously, if it's something like Halo that I love so much, it's nice to see those videos do so well, right? Because I would imagine when you get to like the 100K mark, if somebody's like checking out a Series X and they want to see how Halo runs, my video would be the one that they see. So that's kind of nice. And Samsung monitor reviews doing really well. Yeah, so I was like, I was supposed to schedule it, or it was supposed to be scheduled for like yesterday.
We have target confirmation.
Yeah, yesterday, because it's still not the day after. For them to pick up the monitor. And then, like, just randomly today, out of nowhere, I didn't even get an email or anything. The person was here to, like, pick up the monitor, and I was just like, well, good thing I packed this all up, because I was like, Jesus. Yeah. I was a little surprised. I was like, oh, okay, you guys want the monitor? Sure. So that's sent back now. A Halo War stream. Someday, perhaps. Yeah, Kevin likes that one. We might set up, like, a co-op stream, because you can play the campaign in co-op. So, yeah, Halo Wars eventually. Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, those are, like, Black Ops 1 on the very, very odd occasion. We can do a multiplayer stream of that one. Sometimes I do a stream, I just kill the bots. It's fun. But yeah, it'd be nice to do Black Ops 1 multiplayer. Modern Warfare 3 is, like, the one of two CODs that I've never been able to do any multiplayer of on Series X, so that would be awesome to be able to play that one again, because I actually really like that game. Yeah. How drunk am I? Not drunk at all, I don't think. Maybe slightly? I don't know. I was finishing the end of my Kraken, but I wouldn't say I'm drunk in the slightest. Especially when kind of sitting down in one spot. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting. The Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store Play link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store Play link as well for anything on Amazon. I don't know, like, you're supposed to be pretty responsible when you're streaming and doing video content on YouTube, but, like, occasionally we have a stream, usually wine involved, where I do tend to indulge a bit more. I would say the first Avengers stream I did, that one, I was quite indulged in the wine on that one. But yeah, no, I just have like one Coke, like one rum and Coke in a night when I'm streaming most of the time, so I don't really usually feel it at all. Yeah, besides, most of the time people can't even tell the difference. I killed using a revolver? Jesus Christ, in this economy. I don't even think I have a revolver. I have this pistol. I have this gun with this pistol, with these gun skins. That's as exciting as it gets. Out of this world taste, as smooth as my re-entry. Ace Johnson, America's astronaut. Hey look, there's the Earth. So wait, are we on like a giant Elysium-like ring? That's like... Oh, this is the ring you see from some of the maps on Earth. Oh. 3 months as a member. Ooh, ODST. Were you also expecting this to be Halo Infinite? That is funny. Why would that guy grapple there? He must know that that puts him into a locked animation where he just gets shot in the face, right? I'm like, how is that even possible from that angle? I'm like literally on the other side of the wall. What? I'm around the corner, God, and I'm getting... Oh, jeez. Holly's Cakes? Those look like those Oreo cakes, but with like a pinkish strawberry taste. That would be so good. That would be so good. Hot dogs. They got a Costco around here? They should team up with Costco to do a... I've never seen this. They actually have like an old baseball stadium. Cool. Yeah, they should team up with Costco and do like a Costco building. Kill me to actually be fighting inside like a Costco or something. Die of hilarity. I'm glad you killed that robot, our robot.
Your teammate called in Scorchers.
My robot instead of I robot. Is that robot still relevant? Do young people watch that movie? It's a bit old, isn't it? I wonder how the CGI holds up on that one. So you know what I wonder? I wonder how Will Smith would hold up in a modern box office where even like big titans of film aren't doing that well. Oh, the reviews for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning came out. Pretty good Rotten Tomatoes, pretty good review scores. Looks like it's going to be a good movie. Very, very excited. The Walmart Halo Infinite. The Oreo cake things are really good. Oh yeah, especially like the ice cream ones. You know what I mean? Where they're like cookie and then there's ice cream in the middle and cookie. Yeah, those are really good. I like Oreo and stuff. Oreo Blizzards are like top notch. Yeah, I really enjoy Oreo things. Oreos are cool, but I like Oreos more when they're like in other things. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, I like Oreos mixed in with stuff. The Oreo Blizzard from like DQ is like a god tier. Actually, what I do, and I think it's an extra price, but it's well worth it, I do strawberry Oreo Blizzards. Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's so good. Yeah, I've been doing that for the last couple of years. It's revolutionized the way I use Blizzards at Dairy Queen. Like I see an IMAX opening. Ooh, look at you, fancy with your IMAX. You haven't seen Top Gun Maverick? It's really good. It's a lot of fun. Welcome to the danger zone. Yeah, no, that was just a good, fun action movie. It had some like strangely decent nostalgic bits to it. Yeah, that was a fun film. Oh, goddammit. Oh, you know what else was funny today? And I don't really watch too many other people's videos, but I do occasionally. Like I said, I've watched the odd donkey video or whatever, if you guys know who that is. And he did, what was it? An Uncharted revisit today, and I was like, what the hell is this about? And I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, he's making some interesting points. I'm like, it's neat that he's revisited this concept. I'm like, I don't see what's funny about this. And then at the end of the video, he's like, oh, we're expecting a girl ourselves. And I was like, oh, they're having a kid. I was like, that's hilarious. Yeah, I recently learned they had a guinea pig back in the day, and I was like, oh my god. It kills me. Anyways, I thought that was funny. I don't know if that spoils something for people online, but I was just laughing my ass off. Well, bonjour, Matt, because I was like, what is the point of this whole video that he's just randomly picked this game from years ago to talk about? And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Oreo Blizzard from DQ, right on. I don't, like, unless they do a screening for Oppenheimer, I don't think I'm gonna pay to watch that. I'm gonna go pay and watch the Barbie movie instead. Yeah. Sorry, Nolan. Yeah. Mixed with cheesecake. I'm not huge on the cheesecake taste. Yeah, a new Plants vs. Zombies game. I heard rumors that there's a new one coming, but I don't have anything concrete on that.
Coordinates locked in.
Yeah. I hope they bring it back. I really like Plants vs. Zombies. During the early Xbox One era, that's like literally all I played was that first Plants vs. Zombies game. Like, I have like almost all the achievements and stuff in it. I was crazy for it. It was great. Yep. Oh god. Instagram madness. I don't think there's anything else going on that's really exciting. Like I said, I'm gonna have like a. I think I'm gonna go out for like a really kick-ass cool breakfast all day kind of place tomorrow. Treat myself. Maybe I'll have a beer in the morning. Well, it'll be afternoon, I think, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Series or X or PlayStation 5? The Nintendo Switch is the true console. You'll see Barbie over Oppenheimer. I wouldn't have said that publicly. Again, Oppenheimer, I think, is going to be one of those movies where I'm like, oh my god, this is like an award-winning movie. I love this. But I'm also bored of it, whereas, like, I think going and watching Barbie, I'm going to laugh my ass off, and I'm going to have a fun time. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I see that going. And if I'm paying money to go watch a movie in a theater, I want to have a good time. So, yeah. Like, I love Nolan films, but, like, I don't know, dude. That Tenet movie was a little... I like Tenet, but it was a little confusing and a little bit weird, and... I don't know. Yeah, if I'm spending, like, a couple hours in a theater and paying, like, $20 to go watch it, I'm gonna pick Barbie over Oppenheimer. And, you know, I didn't think Indiana Jones was gonna suck, but here we are. And, you know, I didn't think I would be kind of disappointed by the new Wes Anderson movie, but here we are, so... I'm counting on Barbie to save cinema. It's up to Tom Cruise and Barbie to save cinema for me this summer, so let's see how it goes. I don't know, maybe Warner will do a screening. It doesn't look like they are, which kind of sucks, but...
Friendly drone support is active.
Yeah, actually, I need to email my Paramount contact and see if they're doing anything for Mission Impossible. See if I can get like a run of engagement ticket or something to go watch it. Ba 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 doo 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 doo. And what was it? I was chatting with my my mother there about Mission Impossible. I'm like, we're gonna go watch the new Mission Impossible, right? And she's like, oh, I don't really want to watch it. I was like, what are you talking about? Because it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, oh, you know, see a movie with your mother, but I'm like, we watched every single one of them together since I was like a child. You know what I mean? Like, literally back till, I don't know what the first one I was old. I think it was Mission Impossible 2 was the first one I watched in theaters. We watched 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? Like, literally all of them. And I'm like, you don't want to see the new one? I'm like, they're almost done. There's only 2 left, you know? Yeah, like, Tom Cruise is getting too old. There's a literal factual ending to these, and I'm like, we've watched all of them. I don't know. I'll go watch it by myself if I need to, but it'll be weird because I'm like, we've watched all of them. Literally to like Mission Impossible 2 back in the day. Let me go back, and I don't think Mission Impossible 1 we saw, because I think that was a little, I would have been too young then. Let's go look for the Mission Impossible 1 release date. Yeah, 96, definitely not. I think I saw Mission Impossible 2 in theaters. What? Mission 2? No, Mission Impossible 2. Anyone find Google is like auto-correcting really weirdly recently? 2000. Maybe I saw it. No, maybe I didn't see that in theaters. Maybe I didn't. No, 2000, that would be... Yeah, no, probably not. Or maybe they might have dragged me along to it. Would have been pretty freaking young. No, probably not. Well, sorry, I'm trying to think, like, when I was a child, I was dragged along to all kinds of movies. My family, really big into film. I watched so many movies growing up and throughout my life. The first movie I remember distinctly going to theaters for was episode 1. And that was a long freaking time ago. Watch a breakdown of Tenet. Oh, I've read deeply into Tenet. I know everything about that movie. I still think it doesn't... like, I don't know how to describe it. When you watch a movie, you should be able to formulate your own opinions on like what happened. And I think Tenet was a bit like... Like, I understood it, but I also thought it was overly confusing to the point where it was a little ridiculous, if that makes sense. So, like, the best example of what I can mention is, like, so a movie like The Lighthouse is really, really good. Like, I love The Lighthouse. If you guys haven't watched The Lighthouse, it is an incredible film. But what's cool about The Lighthouse is it's a movie where you watch it, and you sit there and you chat with whoever you watched it with, and you go, what do you think happened? You know, what were the themes? And then after you're done your chat, you're like, I want to read what others are saying about it. You know what I mean? But, like, for Tenet, it was sort of like I watched it, I understood what it was saying, and I didn't really want to watch into more of it, and I still felt I was confused about it. Same with Asteroid City. I was like, okay, I get what you're going for. I didn't really necessarily see the point of Asteroid City. Like, I get, now I understand it. But, like, a movie like that should make you think, should make you theorize, and make you want to go with chat with other people to see what they saw in that movie. Whereas I don't think I had that kind of drive with Tenet. And I really like Nolan films. They're very, very good. I'm not saying Tenet was a bad movie by any means. It was really good. I did enjoy it. But I also did kind of find it was just like a little... It wasn't what I hoped it would be. It's just like, I'm the protagonist. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Performances were good too. It was a very good lead. Yeah, seems pretentious. That's kind of a word for it. You've never seen a Mission Impossible movie? They are incredible, dude. So, like, Mission Impossible 1, by itself, is an excellent, incredible spy thriller. You don't know where things are going, you don't know what's happening. Mission Impossible 2, a little weird. That was the John Woo one, right? With the doves and stuff. A little bit strange. And then Mission Impossible 3. It's dark, it's gritty, it's intense. You got Seymour Hoffman, great film. And it's like, okay, this is really good, right? And then you got 4, and it's like, wow, this is really, really great. And then you got 5, and you're like, oh my god, this franchise is like, it's kicking. It's like, you know, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is really good. And it's just like, it's one of the distinct franchises where it just like keeps getting better and better and better. And it's like, there's so few franchises where you're like, can it, like Mission Impossible Fallout was incredible. Oh man, that movie was so good. Like, so good. So it was like, it's Mission Impossible 1, 2, 3, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, then it's Dead Reckoning 1, Dead Reckoning 2, and then it's done, because he's too old. But, like, it really is a franchise where, like I said, it keeps getting better and better and better and better. 2 stumbles a little bit, but 3 picks up, 4 is really great, 5 is really great, 6 is like, oh my god, and then, yeah. I'm very excited to see where it ends up. Very, very excited. What about Inception? Oh, Inception's really neat because it's sort of like, I don't know if I necessarily love how Inception ends, but like it really is one of those movies where you watch and you're like, oh, this is really neat. It's a neat action film, but it also makes you think like what happened, what's going on, you know. Obviously I don't think it's the best to really talk about, maybe like it's old, so I don't think we'd be spoiling anything for anybody, but like it really is one of those movies where you kind of sit there and you're like, this is really interesting, you know, thematically. What do you think happened at the end, right? Did it go this way? Did it go that way? Did it wobbled, right? So it's like, what does it mean? No, Inception was really good. Can I prestige? How do you prestige in? Can I prestige in this, or? I'm level 55, right? Can I? What is the prestige in this? Mission team. So, sorry, one sec here. I want to see if I can prestige. Cavill is followed. Did I like Shutter Island? It was okay. I think it was a neat mystery at the time, but I was a lot younger. I don't think I'd want to watch it another time, or I don't think it would hold up as much a second time through. Infinite Warfare Prestige. Because I'm wondering if I can actually prestige in this. How do you prestige? 55. So do I just, like, level up, or is there, like... Okay, Modern Warfare. How to prestige, okay. You will need to reach level 55, and then you will get an option to choose the prestige in the barracks. I don't have that option. How do I prestige? Middle tab, top right. Oh, I haven't reached level. Okay, I'm almost done because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna prestige in this, which is hilarious because I think this is like one of the few CODs where I've never actually prestige in this. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I got totally sidelined there, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna prestige in this game, only because of the streams. The Burbs, maybe. Hope you enjoy your 16 days of holiday, Thomas. I'm so. I'm decent, I'd say. Lighthouse was good. It was damn good. Sorry. I love myself too sometimes, though. Captain Marvel would have saved the summer? You mean the Marvels? I don't know if that movie's gonna do really well. You loved Asteroid City. See, that's the thing, is it's like... Honestly, I thought Asteroid City was like the weakest Wes Anderson movie he's done. I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan. Like, you know, like on multiple streams we've done like deep dive chats into like Wes Anderson movies. I am a very, very big Wes Anderson fan, but yeah, I thought that was his weakest film. Aesthetically, right on brand, looks great, you know, great performances, but just story-wise, I thought it was the first time I was sitting watching a Wes Anderson movie and I'm like, I'm bored. Like, there was multiple times where I'm just like, this is boring. Which isn't great. Like I said, I did do a written review of it, and I still gave it like a fine score, but yeah, I was genuinely bored watching that one. Which is weird, because usually his movies are just like funny and enjoyable and quirky, and you know, I don't get bored, but yeah, I was really bored watching that one. And it was kind of like I didn't really get what the point of the story was. Like, I understand that it's a look into grief and blah blah blah, and I get that he's trying to look for reasoning because of a certain situation that happens grief-wise, but like, yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it was almost too meta or something. But anyways, I'm looking forward to his next. Well, I think he's got like a weird Netflix movie, and then next year he's doing like, I think it's a musical? I believe he's doing a musical. Something like that. Double butter on popcorn.
Shit, because what the fuck up with
the guy's just swearing away. Well, a good time at the movies is a good movie, fun experience, good atmosphere.
Mission failed. This won't happen again.
Ancestors didn't die in war for this. They died so that we could experience Barbie beating out their accomplishments. Marvels is gonna bomb. Yeah, I think that one, I don't think it's gonna bomb, but I think it's gonna like struggle to break even. Like, obviously, like Captain Marvel did really good. Wasn't it like $1 billion or something at the box office? But like Marvel movies are kind of not doing as well. The theater, the box office in general isn't doing very well. I think the Marvels is gonna do so because when I first saw that trailer, I was like, this looks horrible. And you know, I think Captain Marvel's.
Location confirmed.
I thought that movie was so. I didn't like, a lot of people like just dislike that movie, but I was like, I like her. Like, she's a good actress. I like the concept of the character, and I think if they let her smile and have fun, she could be a cool character. And I don't think I think they kind of like. I think Marvel held back what's her name from her performance of actually being good. But like when I watched this new one, I was like, this looks really like kind of kiddish with really bad CGI, and I'm like, we'll wait and see. But yeah, I don't think that one's gonna do great, but I think it's gonna kind of break even and do so. Yeah, these maps are gorgeous. Yeah, the like I always say, it looks like they've been forced to do gritty war games for like a decade, and they finally got to do some fun sci-fi stuff, and they're just unleashed. Like, the backdrops in this game are magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. And I missed the mark. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. COD Ghosts. That's another one with a brutal freaking time to kill. Mission Impossible until he's 80? I don't think so. It's hard to insure him as he's getting older. And yeah, it's just like, you know, he's great, but I mean, there's limitations to what the body can do, right? Like, yeah. At least it seems like they're properly wrapping up Mission Impossible. I don't know. There's a part of me where it's kind of like, are these really the last two? You know, are you sure you're not gonna have him do more? But like, yeah, I think this is gonna be it. I think they're gonna wrap up here. You know, I don't want a situation where it's like Indiana Jones and they're like, you know, like a sad, depressed Tom Cruise being carried through a... You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't mind a situation where Tom Cruise is more like a Sean Connery type role, maybe like teaching a new young group of people for Task Force Impossible or whatever the hell. I think that could work. But like, yeah, I don't want another Indiana Jones situation where you've got too old a Tom Cruise just being depressing out there, right? So I'd rather they ended on like a well set up story and, you know, just let the characters rest. Because if there's one thing I felt after Indiana Jones, it's just like they should have ended it in the 80s. They should have never touched it again. Or they should have done more in the 90s. Yeah, I just... Ugh. Actually, I was doing my write-up for my Indiana Jones review, and I even lowered my score from what I had thought earlier, because I was just like... I was really displeased with that movie. Anyways, it is what it is. It's done. It can't be fixed. That is the end. But for Mission Impossible, I think, you know, like I said, the reviews for the Dead Reckoning Part 1 are great. And I can't wait to see how it fully wraps up. I also think, like, I don't know, it would be neat to have some darker tones, considering this is like the end, but I do feel like they're going to give it at least a little bit of a happy ending, I would imagine. You know what I mean? Like, it's... You know, I don't think they're going to start out with, like, Tom Cruise being all, like, sad and depressing like Indiana Jones, or, like, Harrison Ford in Star Wars, or Mark Hamill in Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to have, like, a proper, exciting ending, and, like, yeah, you'll at least feel good ending it, I think. Probably someone on his team should die, though, to add some level of gravity to it, I guess, but I don't know if they need to. Whatever the case, I'm sure they're gonna nail it. Oh god. The indie game restores my faith in the franchise? I don't know, man. Is it meant to be funny? Well, that's just a waste of her talents then if she's not meant to be funny. I just, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm sure there's, like, the comic book version of her, but it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everybody pops off jokes and stuff. I'm just saying it would be nice to see her character, like, she can be serious, but it would be nice if you could see her maybe smile occasionally, or, like, you know, be a bit happy about what she's doing, or not just, because it just looked like she was sort of confused when I watched Captain Marvel. It looked like she was confused the entire movie. It was just like, what am I doing here? Which I guess maybe she was, because it was like a time change, and I don't know. I thought it was a very odd kind of film, and like her character development and stuff, and I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. But yeah, I think it's gonna like break even, and I don't think it's necessarily gonna bomb, but I think that one's just gonna be like so-so for its box office performance. And I think that's kind of fair to say, because like every movie is just not performing to expectations.
Allied drone pack is entering airspace.
Let's see how that does. I don't really see too many of them spawn on the map.
Providing close air support. Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I kind of wonder how Marvel movies are gonna fare going forward. If they're gonna keep struggling, or if they're gonna like, pick back up to the billion-dollar level or not. But it's interesting, because even, you know, like Final Fantasy, even even the Fast and the Furious is kind of like, you know, that one didn't hit up to the full level of like previous ones. And I'm just like kind of looking at like the film, like the box office in general, and I think it's kind of in its twilight years or in decline. I think a lot of these studios will have to get used to the new normal and have to readjust their budgets accordingly. We'll see. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking 10 years from now, unless something big changes, I don't know if films will still be around, or at least not like they are today. Which is sad. Super Mario movie, Guardians. Yeah, Guardians did good. I don't think it broke records though. Mario, yeah, $1 billion. Makes sense. But I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it. If you go back a few years even, like even during COVID times, you've got multiple movies, you know, doing 700 to $1 billion, and then, you know, you've got what, 7 or 8 bombs, like complete bombs in a row during the summer. Because if you guys don't know, the summer box office is like the holy grail of the box office, and it's been that way since the 80s. You know, that's part of our literal North American culture, is that movies during the summer are huge. That's where the money is. And like I said, that started in like the 80s. It's been a huge thing for literally 40-something years now. So like, you know, and it's just crumbling this year. Like COVID damaged it, but yeah. Like, I mean, an Indiana Jones movie losing like literally Indiana Jones, and we're gonna see the numbers for this next weekend coming up soon. You know, it's literally, it'll be the biggest box office bomb of all time. Like, big movies are bombing one after another. It's, you know, in a summer, like usually in the summer, you'll get multiple movies making tons of money. You know, you get an odd bomb here or there, but, you know, if it wasn't for Spider-Man, it would be like literally multiple months of bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb, and that's not good for the industry. Yeah.
Mission failed. We'll come prepared next time.
I'm actually surprised Guardians didn't do $1 billion. Usually people love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't even go and watch that one. It's sexist to tell them, but it's just not like I just think of the movie to get her to, like, you know, just look like she's having a bit of fun out there. I don't necessarily think that's her fault. I think it was more Marvel's direction on that one. She's a very talented actress. Time zone in the mountains. Yep. The Starfield controller, it's beautiful. They're supposed to send me that. Like, Xbox asked if I wanted to check it out, and I was like, okay. They're supposed to send me the headset and the controller, but I don't have them yet. Okay, can I prestige now? No? I guess I'm not good enough. Prestiging in this game is very weird. Yeah. Have I watched Braveheart? Yep. Malls closing down. Well, malls are kind of like an archaic thing of the past. People don't like to do that kind of shopping style anymore. They don't like to meander at the malls. They spend a lot more time at home. Malls are, again, something of a different era. The idea of a mall is cool, but I get it. I think you'll only mostly see premium malls. Like most of our older malls here, they've kind of like reconverted so that they're just like outdoor stores and they don't have like an inner mall anymore, but yeah. It's kind of how things are.
Team deathmatch.
Team deathmatch. Let's do this. Yeah. I don't see how malls would really impact the theatrical experience. A lot of malls will have a theater attached, but at least where I live, most theaters are by themselves. Actually, yeah, I went to go do a video of that Mission Impossible game, but it's not backwards compatible on the 360, and I was like, God damn it. I really need to get AV cables to HDMI converter for my original Xbox so I can do videos of that. Yeah, I need to do that at some point. I don't really necessarily want to invest in it because like it's so for how videos do. Like classic videos, like some of them do really well. Some of them don't. The weirdest thing, okay, so I did the Forza Motorsport 2, and I don't know if it's just the metrics that are glitched on like YouTube, but I made like nothing off of like the Forza Motorsport 2 video. Which is weird because it had like 8K plus views, where like traditionally with 8K plus views you'd actually make like a decent little bit amount of money. Whereas like I've barely even broke even on the game, and I was like, what the hell? It was really puzzling to me because there's certain thresholds where I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be good for views and money and stuff, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, but did everybody like watch this with like ad block on? I was like, what the hell? Maybe it's like a low ad rev time, but I was like, usually that amount of views, you actually, you know, not like you're rich or anything, but you know, at least the game pays for itself. Like a bummer on that stuff. Anyways, it is what it is. You deal with the cruel mistress that is the YouTube algorithm. God damn it. Yeah. So that was about it on that stuff. So I've got again, looking forward to that breakfast thing maybe tomorrow in the day. So I don't know what else is really going on. Like I said, I feel so disconnected with, like, kind of Reddit dying. You know, I don't check out Reddit anymore. So I don't keep up on news stuff. And then, like, Twitter is in dismay. I gotta say, I am so tired of being on Twitter these days as well. It seems to be the place to get news now that, you know, there's the issue with Reddit. But, like, I can't go, like, a single month or even a couple weeks without everybody being like, oh, I'm moving to this new service, and I'm just like, you guys are all idiots. It feels like everyone's an idiot. Like, you know, if there is a company that can compete with Twitter, I think, because, you know, Instagram/Facebook, they're making, you know, Threads is the new thing, so they're doing Threads. So, like, I get that one, but, like, my god, you know how many times I've seen these guys being like, oh, you can find me on the new network. It was Mastodon, and then there was, like, Hive, and then there was this other, like, Blue Sky, and then there was this other one, and I'm like, I'm just sitting here on Twitter being like, I'm gonna wait until there is an actual winner of this, like, Twitter competitor war, and then I'll just stick with that, whoever it is. Because I'm just, yeah, I just roll my eyes so hard where everyone's like, oh, I moved to this platform, and then you don't hear them talking about that platform ever again because they haven't actually moved to that platform, and they're just, like, jumping on this is like people love jumping on trends. It's a big thing with people. Humans love trends, and it's just like, I'm like, oh, what a waste of time to be like, oh, I've opened up a new account here because it's gonna be so much better, and it's like, no, it'll be the same garbage. The Twitter read limit. I haven't. No, I've never reached the Twitter read limit. That's funny to me. There's not that much to look at on Twitter. It's a pretty insulated kind of thing, I think, even if you do expand your search outward. I don't know. I I don't know how to describe it, but I don't feel like the internet is in as healthy of a place as it used to be. Like even 5 years ago, it feels like the whole thing is just kind of becoming really scarily insulated. Like if you guys haven't been following, the Canadian government decided there's this bill, it's called C-18, that they passed through like complete idiots because the Liberal government's full of dumbasses. Whatever, I'll say it. They're stupid, and I really am shocked people keep voting for them. But it is what it is. And like they passed this bill where they're trying to force Google and Facebook to pay news sites like CBC, which is like our government news site. So they're trying to force Google to like pay to show these links. So what the design is like if Google shows a link, for all the impressions they get, they have to pay X amount of dollars, which the government didn't even decide how much they actually have to pay because the government is fucking useless. And yeah, so basically Google and Facebook just said, well, we're not going to show Canadian news sites. So Google search will no longer show CBC or Canadian news sites because the government's trying to force them to pay. Which is dumb because obviously they're not gonna pay, they're just gonna remove Canadian news. So Canadians aren't going to see Canadian news. Obviously, any fucking idiot with like half a brain cell that understands how the internet works would know that Google and Facebook would do that. Any idiot with half a brain cell. So the minister championing that one is a complete dumbass. So anyways, the government's doubling down. They're like, okay, we're gonna stop advertising on Google and stuff. And I looked at it, and it's like they only advertise like, I think it's like $10 million per site, if that. I'm like, Google and Facebook, they do not care in the slightest if you remove your small amount of advertising dollars. So all our government has done is essentially screwed Canadian like journalism. Essentially, they've butchered it like complete idiots. Like we literally have like the most. So the government, they also did this thing. It's called a grocery tax rebate. So instead of our government putting any sort of cap on the fact that we are getting railed up the ass with like ever increasing grocery prices and inflation and stuff, instead of doing anything, they decided, hey, we're just gonna slap a one-time payment to Canadians. I actually got a good chunk of money, so I mean, like, it's nice of them to give me my money back that I paid in taxes. So they're like, we're gonna give you a one-time payment. So I'm like, great. So that's gonna last like a week for grocery costs. And so yeah, our government loves to, the Liberal government, they love to, instead of actually doing anything, throw a band-aid on it and hope that that is okay. And it's just like, so instead of like trying to cap off how much groceries can go up by in price, or cap off how much can be charged, or try to battle inflation, they're just like, here's a little bit of money, vote for us next election. And I'm like, oh, you guys are useless. But I got some money, so cool. Yeah, but man, it's just, it is so frustrating. And then I see all these people that live in other provinces. He's like, if you don't know how elections work in Canada, I won't go too deep into it because I'm sure most people don't care. Like, the elections are literally decided before my part of the country even gets to vote, because they split it off based by the number of people that live in certain areas, which makes sense. But like, literally the election is decided 5 provinces in. There's like 13 provinces and territories, but like by 5, it's decided what party wins. So one side of the country decides what our side of the country gets to have for a leader, and that's just how it goes. But yeah, so that's your Canadian politics for the day. Sucks, but it is what it is. How does Edmonton compare? Edmonton sucks, man. Don't you bring up Edmonton in this place. That's where Mitchell lives. He left us to go live in Edmonton. I don't know. I didn't see Mitchell a whole lot before he moved to Edmonton, so it doesn't really matter too much. But it does kind of suck when you, like, your longest pal that you actually, like, if you needed to hang out with somebody, your pal would hang out with you, and they don't live anywhere near you, and that is a bit rough. But yeah, no, we don't like Edmonton where I live. So like Edmonton's the capital here, so you know, like I assume states have that too. They have a capital city, right? So Edmonton's the capital here, but Calgary has surpassed them in size and profit and scale. We're the bigger city, we're the better city, we have the cooler stuff. But it is very competitive between the two cities. But we're better. We're way better than them. People in Edmonton are scum. Hello there. Yeah.
Good job.
Anyways, PC will be always better than consoles? No, that's impossible. Yeah, I don't like Trudeau, but people really like him just because he looks, like, pleasing, I guess, visually. I don't get it. Sky, The Park Beyond has a free trial. I have that game. Xbox actually sent me a code to that, but I haven't had any time to play it yet. I'm trying to get to it, but yeah, I haven't had time yet. I will get to it eventually. Twitter limit. That's just because Twitter is burning on fire behind the scenes. You love the Instagram pictures? Sure you do. Sure you do. Saskatoon? What do you mean, Saskatoon? Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Although I think I just did that, didn't I? I think I just did that. Yeah, no, Saskatchewan is like, it's a hellhole. Manitoba and Saskatchewan are like the worst provinces. No offense to people that live there, but like I have family that's in like Regina, Saskatchewan. It's like an apocalyptic wasteland. I live in civilized Canada. But I don't know, like it's different places for different things, and you know, it's a lot cheaper there. It's a lot cheaper there. You know. Sandstorm. Oh, Sandstorm's coming to PC Game Pass, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is, like, I don't mind mouse and keyboard, but like when I play Halo on the PC, I have to plug in a controller because I can't do the mouse. It doesn't shoot right. It just, yeah, it doesn't shoot right for me, which is kind of funny. But yeah, no, that's Canada at the point in time. It's so weird here because it's not, you know, and I've felt this for like a long time. It's not the country I really grew up with. It doesn't feel right anymore. It doesn't. It just doesn't feel like the place I grew up in, which is kind of sad. It's definitely changed in a lot of ways that don't feel traditional to what made it such a cool, awesome place when I was a child. Yeah, like it's expensive and the government doesn't do anything. And like the thing is like when I grew up, we had a conservative government, and I know like people had some complaints about how some, you know, I guess environmental stuff was handled and blah 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 and some traditional things, but like I don't know, we've had a liberal government for so long, and it feels like they haven't done anything except make weed legal. You know, like it's just I've watched the country just kind of fucking crumble over the last 10 years. Like our healthcare system, the cost of living, our housing, are like the businesses here. I've watched everything that I grew up with, loving and cherishing, just completely fall apart under this government. They keep voting it over and over again. And then I have to see all this showboating from other countries being like, oh, they love the leader so much, but it's like, I'm just like, I'm seeing somewhere I love just like, not be like a place where you want to like raise a family. It's really depressing. Or you can't even afford to raise a family anymore. It really is depressing and demoralizing. I hope it improves, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it would have happened regardless of the government in power. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it really is just sad. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, except for going like voting about stuff, but it is depressing. Try to get some pics of animals. We don't really have a lot of animals, like, you know, like, occasionally, like, we had the YouTube stories, which were great for posting animals, but, like, you know, the animals I see are like deer, elk, bunnies, hares, geese. I have lots of pictures of me with geese, if you guys have not seen that. Groundhogs. We don't really have a lot of animals where I live, if that makes sense. Like, there's not... Especially not animals you can get near. So, like, there's lots of geese, but there's only, like, certain areas where I can actually, like, take a picture with the geese, because some of the geese are, like, really hostile. You have to go where the geese are kind of, like, domesticated, otherwise the geese will, like, honk, honk, honk. Like, they do not, the geese do not like people. Yeah, so you gotta pick and choose. Laurie, oh, you. Rabbits, geese. What's in the same? It's like, well, they're not like really exciting animals. Yeah. The weed thing. Yeah, it's the weed thing's been good for like, honestly, it's made a lot of money. I don't mind that it's legal. I don't care. I really don't. I'm not bothered by it. I think it makes money. It's totally fine. And like, I don't know, like, recently my grandmother's getting a bit older, and, you know, some of that stuff's pretty good to help people out medicinally and stuff, so I don't have any problems with it at all. I don't get what the issue is. If anything, they should probably legalize and tax most stuff. You know, if that's an opinion on that. Because I think that would be safer for people if it was more all government run, as opposed to, like, sketchy things that you buy from people. But, you know, honestly, just from what I've seen, I don't see that it's a problem. My only real issue with it would be, like, I do wish that the police would maybe spend a bit more time checking drivers. I see a lot of people that are, like, openly smoking while they're driving, and that makes me a little uncomfortable. But other than that, I don't really have any issues with it at all. Yeah, no, it's a good tax thing. But, yeah, I do wish they would maybe check drivers a bit, because I see a lot of people just sitting there literally as you're parked waiting to turn at a light, and they're just, like, popping up, and I'm like, that's just not safe, guys. That'd be like sitting there with, like, a, you know, sitting drinking, like, a jug of rum while you're waiting to turn left. Have I been to Toronto? Yes, I have. I didn't really like Toronto. I've mentioned this a few times. Xbox, they brought me there for FanFest 2022, I think it was. Yeah, I didn't... It doesn't really feel like a Canadian city. It's... The people there were really not, like, the nicest, and it's really congested. I didn't really like Toronto. I had fun, you know, I went and ate some cool places and saw some cool things, and the Xbox event was awesome, but, yeah, I didn't really love Toronto. I liked Montreal. I was, Square Enix flew me for the Shadow of the Tomb Raider reveal. Montreal's really cool. It looks the exact same as my city, but it's, like, French. Everything's French, which is hilarious, and, yeah. Yeah. Helps with cancer a lot. It can. It definitely can. Yes, it can. Is actually Vancouver? Oh, fuck off. Yeah, Vancouver. Yeah, okay. It's just what I want to do. Make life harder for the lols. Screw Vancouver, man. I do not listen to Drake. No, I'm not into that kind of music. Yeah. Rabbits and stuff. Have you seen them? We got on the YouTube. Have you not seen the YouTube shorts? I've got some videos with the bunnies and stuff. I think if you're like a YouTube member of a certain level, you can also see like some of the nature videos I've done, but like I need to make more of those. I fall behind on a lot of the secondary types of work. You know, because we do have a good number of people that are like, you know, of higher member tiers, which I highly appreciate, but yeah, I usually just completely run out of time to get that kind of stuff all done. But I try my best to. But yeah, there's been a few nature type videos that show the behind the scenes. I usually stack them up over a few months and then drop them, and yeah. Some good nature type stuff. Hey look, that guy's got bunnies, the Raymond dude. Does Calgary feel like a Canadian city? I I think so. I don't know. I've visited a lot of places here. You know, I've been to, can I prestige yet? Still no? Okay. Don't know how that works. I've been to, Vancouver, Burnaby, Kimberley, Revelstoke, Banff, Canmore, Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, Natton, High River, Regina, Montreal, Toronto. Like I've been to quite a few places in Canada. So like I've visited quite a few spots and stuff. It is very funny though that our downtown looks so similar to like Montreal's downtown. I'm like, that is funny, but it's completely French. Like it feels like you're entering another country when you go into Quebec in general. Because I'm like, oh my god, everything is French here. It is weird. But when I visited Toronto, it felt like I was going to LA, and I did not really like that. Yeah. I really did not enjoy that as much. The fake Gears of War collection.
Team deathmatch.
I like to think it feels like a Canadian city. I'm very excited we've got Stampede coming up here. That should be a lot of fun. Just trying to see if I can find like a date for Stampede. That would be cool. You know, you go and do the rides and stuff like that. I remember when I was younger, I went with this one gal to... There was one gal I took to Stampede the one year, and everyone was like, oh, look at you pulling this lady. They're like, what are you doing with this guy? And I was just like, haha. It was very funny. Because we were just talking on Twitter, I was like, you want to go to Stampede? And she's like, oh, I wasn't planning on going, but okay. And then we went, and everyone there was like... Because we ran into other people, and everyone was like, what the hell are you doing with this gal? I was like, you know, I pull well, what can I say? Which was hilarious. And then another year I went with this other gal, and I got, like, we went for 12 hours. Like, if you don't know what Stampede is, it's the greatest outdoor show on earth, blah, blah, blah. It's an amusement park outdoors. We went for, like, 12 hours, we did everything, and I got heat stroke, and I was, like, vomiting. Like, I was just, like, completely red. That's on my, Halo Map Raiders channel. I think it was my Glasslands review or something like that. And I'm, like, just, like, red. Because I actually had heat stroke, which was funny. That's not a good thing to have, by the way, guys. Don't have heat stroke. Drink water. Stay out of the sun. Don't get heat stroke. It's like the best I can explain it is like you vomit and like your head, you feel like you're in a nightmare when you're just like awake. Like you feel like you're just dying. You're dehydrated and it's a terrible feeling. Don't get heat stroke. Bad feeling. Hello there. Lots of people live in Toronto, yeah. Vancouver called the Seattle of Canada. I liked Seattle more than I liked Vancouver. Cause I've been to Seattle as well. I went for PAX. Seattle actually, I think, is my favorite American city that I've been to. It feels like home. It's got like luscious green grass, the city design a little bit like where I'm used to. It was like... It actually felt a little bit like home. I don't like that Seattle is a hill and my calves were burning walking through it. But like, yeah, no, that was my favorite city that I visited so far in the US. Was Seattle. I really liked that place. Actually, again, it felt very close to home. Which is kind of funny because when you're visiting other places, you don't want to feel like you're at home. But I was like, oh, this is nice. Actually decently well traveled, I guess. Interesting. Casanova? I do okay. The Bear Pit of Canada? What do you mean the Bear Pit of Canada? Like the worst part of Canada? Saskatchewan and Manitoba, I would say, are the worst province. Like if you go north, so we have these places called territories. There's like the Yukon, the Northwest Territories, and none of it. Those places are like desolate, icy wastelands. But if you're talking about like regular, like civilized type places, Saskatchewan and Manitoba are the worst places you can go. Honestly, yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah. But Seattle or Toronto's a very busy city. It definitely is. Huh. Sky Casanova. See, yeah, that's the funny thing is like occasionally I can pull, I think, above my weight class for ladies, but it's the ones that I always like I'm interested in dating where I'm kind of like I pick almost like odd choices and it still doesn't pan out for me and I'm just like I feel like this should work, but I'm like it's weird that it doesn't. It's very strange. I don't know, I think I have my moments of handsome charmingness, but what can I say? You know, I don't want to be biased. I know there's lots of competition out there. But, you know, I'm relatively healthy. You know, I have my financials in check. I have my, you know, I have my stuff together. But it's usually other people that are the problem, honestly. Or at least I think so. I don't know. I haven't been told otherwise yet. What the freaking hell is... Oh, I'm up here. Okay. Anyways, I am very excited, though, when we get Flight Sim 2024. I'm going to redo my tours. We'll do a tour flyover in Canada, and I'll talk about the whole place. It'll be great. BC is gorgeous. I mean, it has its, like, moments of nice places, but, like... I don't know. I think Kevin's kind of described it right. You know, BC is just an extension of a beautiful area that you can visit in Alberta. It's cool, but the cost of living frickin' rails you. And I have had family out there. Like, I had family in Kimberley and stuff like that. I've had family that lived in, like, Revelstoke and... what was the other place? Disbury? Disbury's in here, I think. Winnipeg, the most boring Canadian city? Yeah, probably. You'd have to have, if we have Kevin on another stream, ask him about Manitoba and stuff like that. It's like, because he's got family out there. I went to Brandon, which is in Winnipeg. I did a hockey tournament out there. That is one boring-ass city, man. The highlight of that city is the Walmart. They have one Walmart. That is, like, the most exciting part of that city. But then again, it's been a long time. Who knows? Maybe they got some more buildings. Maybe they have a Costco now. I don't know. But yeah, I did a tournament in Brandon back when I was in high school. So it's been over a decade. So I don't know what it's like there anymore. But yeah, that was a very, very boring place. I remember we went to the Wendy's between matches and... that was like, it was a pretty boring city. You could walk through the whole thing. I remember going to Regina, which is like the capital of Saskatchewan, and I know they've gotten a lot bigger, but you could literally drive through the whole city in like 5 minutes. I don't want to ever have to go back there, and I don't think I ever will need to, but yeah. Skip Edmonton in the next flight sim, I'd laugh my ass off. Like, it was so funny sending texts to Mitchell and being like, they forgot Edmonton. He was like, I know! Oh my god. It's not even worth doing like an update to the world on that place. BC is like Hawaii? No, Canada actually has a vacation island. I can't remember what it's called. We keep trying to make them a province, but it never really works out. But no, I wouldn't say BC is like Hawaii. No, it's not that nice. I think you're over leveling that area. Have I had bad experiences in the rough parts? Not really, no. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. It's $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. The Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases. And the Amazon Store affiliate link as well for anything on Amazon. Yeah. No, Hawaii's like a level up compared to what we've got here. But yeah, rough parts. I haven't really had any bad experiences in spots. Like I said, when I went to Toronto, there was some pretty like rude people at the lowest level. Like, that was the most hostile experience I've ever had, was visiting Toronto for, like, literally a couple days. But, like, here, I don't know if it's as safe now, like, after COVID. Like, there's a lot of problems with, like, homeless and stuff on our, like, LRT, like, our infrastructure for, like, travel and stuff. So I don't know what it's like. But, you know, before COVID, I could go anywhere at, like, 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's relatively safe. There are a couple neighborhoods that are a little sketchy, but, like, you know, relatively anywhere here is pretty safe where I live. BC's probably closer to Denver. I think where I live would be... Depends on where you are in BC. I think technically where I live would be closer to Denver. Like, from a like... I guess you would say... visual and terrain standpoint, where I live is actually closer to Denver and stuff. That's why we have... What is it? New World Interactive's sister studio is here in Calgary, because they're based in Denver, and they said Calgary is the closest area, you know, style-wise, location-wise, to where they are in Denver, so that's why it's here. But, yeah, no, if you're looking for a similar area, where I live would be close to Colorado and stuff. Yeah, essentially. Would I ever visit Alaska? I don't think so. I don't know what I would be doing there. See, my thing is like, I live in a cool climate. Why would I visit a colder climate? If I'm vacationing, I'm going somewhere hot, where I can go get drunk for like a week or two. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, if there was a travel opportunity, because occasionally I get a travel opportunity, and I got to go to Alaska, yeah, that would be cool, but I don't think I would personally take myself to Alaska. I wouldn't see a point in that. Was Man of Steel a good movie? It was an okay movie. It was alright. I don't think it was necessarily anything special. I think it was a little too dark, and yeah, again, I haven't been huge on Superman movies. I like the original Superman movie, like way back in the day, but I think Superman is a very hard character to do. And yeah, I think Man of Steel was okay. I wasn't too mind blown by it, but it was okay. But yeah, I don't see a point in visiting Alaska unless I'm doing something, or I've been brought there to do something. Although I think Mitchell, if we have him on a stream, you should ask him, because I believe he's done like a cruise in Alaska before. And I think he liked it. He did, like, yeah, you go on a boat and it's like cold and stuff on a boat or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see the point in visiting a colder climate when I'm vacationing. I'd rather go somewhere really hot and just drink. Like I said, the last time I actually properly vacationed was like, I think 2013 or something like that. And it was in Mexico, and I just got drunk for 2 weeks. It was great. Yeah. Honestly, I woke up, and then I was hungover usually, and then I would go to the water thing, and I would just go sideways, and I would just go, psh, and I would go into the water, and I'd swim up to the bar, and then I'd drink, and then when it was time to eat, I'd go eat food, hot dogs and pancakes, and then I would go back into the water, go, psh, and then I'd have dinner at one of the places and drink, and then I'd go clubbing, and yeah, then I'd be hungover and do it again. But you don't stay too hungover because Mexico is so hot. And yeah, and then I do it all over again unless I had an excursion. I remember going to bed at like 4 or 5 after like a night of like clubbing and drinking in Mexico, and then having to go swim with the turtles and stuff. It was cool. Yeah, I didn't even feel drunk though, because it just like, you like sweat it all out. It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun in Mexico. It's a little sketchy, especially for Canadians, but you know, not a bad time. We did that for 2 weeks. I think it was around Christmas. I remember watching Team Canada play, like, hockey, while it was, like, hot, and I was drunk at a bar eating hot dogs. Lovely time. This is all inclusive or whatever, so you just eat as much as you want, drink as much as you want. Good times. Yeah. Cyberpunk. Very excited for Cyberpunk. The sun is always out in Alaska. I don't know, man. It just seems like a cool, dark place. Seafood processing job. Well, I mean, if you get work there, why not? I like warmer weather more than colder weather. It's more like if I am vacationing, I am going to vacation somewhere where it is warm. I live somewhere where it is cold, so if I'm doing a relaxing vacation, I'm not gonna pay to go somewhere that's colder than where I already live. That would be just completely stupid to me. To me, that is not what a vacation is. I should be dressing down instead of dressing up. Like, you know, getting all cozy to have to go vacation somewhere. But everybody vacations differently. I've always liked the idea of having some important gal in my life that likes, I don't know, Star Wars or something. We could do like a Disney trip. Because I did Disneyland when I was in grade 6 or something like that. So when I was a little child. But like, the submarines weren't done yet. And Pirates of the Caribbean was closed. And Star Wars Land wasn't there. And I visited like... Yeah, I went to E3 like 5 years in a row, but I didn't vacation, I was working, so I didn't get to actually see anything there. And it would be cool to go like Star Wars Land and stuff. And when I was finally planning on doing Star Wars Land, we had COVID and stuff, and now E3 is dead, so I'm not going there ever again. So it'd be cool to do like a Star Wars vacation or something, but... Yeah, I don't really find LA that thrilling of a place to visit. Yeah. I don't know, I'm sure eventually there'll be a reason there again at some point down the road, but I don't know when. Cancun, yeah, I stayed in Cancun. My paleness? I'm actually pretty, like, tanned, I thought. Well, decently tanned at this point. At least I thought I was. I think some people are more tanned than I am, but... Yeah. I guess I look like that on the webcam due to maybe the lighting, but it is pretty funny when it's like winter get pale because, you know, you don't get much sun. And in summer I can get like literally like tan lines and still on the video camera like I'll look all like pale and stuff, which is funny. But if I look in like a mirror or something, you can see like my skin tone difference, which is funny. Yeah, I wonder if I can... Yeah, anyways. I guess I could show this off. So you see the difference here? Like, you see I'm actually, like, tanned? See? Pale, tanned. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but... There you go. Winter... Like, again, definitely not winter skin. I am, like, tanned. Yeah. The other problem is, Disneyland and stuff is ridiculously expensive.
Mission accomplished. A good day's work.
Comic-Con's expensive and stuff too. Do I finally... Oh, I see. I'm level 55. Almost prestige. Okay. How does prestiging even work in this? Do I, like, restart from scratch? And I don't get why you would want to vote Genesis. That map is horrible. It shows up a lot because people vote for it, but it's a terrible, terrible map. I don't know why you would vote for that one.
Location locked.
Anyway, let's get down to business on this horrible level, guys. A mild tan? I don't think I get too much darker. I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm out in the sun, you know, I'm dealing with it. I don't know what you expect. Coachella? Ooh, that'd be fancy. I don't know what I'd really like about that. There was one gal I was with that seemed really into the The raving scene. I've always wanted to try like the raves or the weird EDM festivals. But I love the idea of being like, you know, we're hyped up to go to it. I'm like, okay, we're doing it, and I get there and just being like, it's so loud. And just being like, I hate this. Because they do, what is it, Country Thunder is like a big thing here, so it's a big outdoor country festival they do every year. And I'm like, I don't really like country music that much, but I'd like go to it, and I could just imagine me getting there and being like, this is hell. What state would I live in the US? I don't know. Probably one of the nice ones. I don't really want to. I definitely don't want to live in the US. That's not of interest to me. I have no desire. Like, to me, that feels like it would be like a bit of a standard down of living, but you know, I don't know. Might be cheaper at some point. I don't know. I guess it depends on your healthcare and that. That's the problem too, is like, you know, if I am tired of Canada land and I think there's better benefits somewhere else, it's like, where would I even go? That is a problem. So I have a couple times sat there and like, talked with my grandmother and stuff and just been like, I don't really love what's happening in the country these days, and I'm like, I've looked like, I don't know where else you really go, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really get much better than here for the third most livable city in the world. It's like, well, where the frickin' hell else do you end up? It's like a negligible improvement. And just what I want to do, give up my healthcare and stuff, it's like, that's crazy. Because you could always fly back. A premium for that? Oh, get ready for your vacay there, Thomas. How pale I am in the sun posting pictures. Yeah, that is funny. I am, though, like, I literally showed that I'm, like, pretty tanned. I don't know. I do tan very well, technically. I use sunscreen, you know, sunscreen's important. Oh damn, how pale I am, but considering I go on walks and stuff. That is a good question. I'll go out in, like, you know, 30-something degree weather. It's not like there's not a lot of sun here. I just don't think I get very dark with my tans, is the thing. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with, like, your pigmentation and that too, right? That is how pale you are, just like the walk. Haha. Yeah, healthcare, it's a hell of a thing to have. It really is. It's a very blessing thing to have. So is this supposed to be like that area from Grand Theft Auto? Oh my god, it just hit me. This is like that California beach area from Grand Theft Auto, isn't it? That's totally what this is supposed to be. I didn't even get to use my claw. My claw is gone. I didn't even get to shoot it. This is a joke. They like spawned right there, so I didn't get to use my claw. And another thing, if you guys like this game, why do you like this map? It's terrible. This is a terrible, terrible map. The design of it, the flow of the level, it's god awful. It's a terrible, terrible map. I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand. The spawning's bad, the design of it's bad. It doesn't even aesthetically look that cool. I really don't get why people pick this all the time. Anyways. That's that map we were on earlier. Why would you build a giant ring that floats just outside of Earth's atmosphere? Doesn't that just seem like kind of random and silly? I guess that's so maybe people can have a better life up there, kind of like the movie Elysium. Can you build like a giant ring somewhere else? Where did they get all the materials to build that giant ring? I doubt they took that from Earth to build that. Very strange. Very, very strange indeed. Anyways, yeah. Best Bloody Beach? You changed your hairstyle, understanding. You can burn in hell. Infinite Warfare Digital? It's certainly available on the PlayStation Store last I checked. Like in a stupid ass fade. Can have a timeout for that. Anyways, be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. There's all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. The Xbox Store affiliate link and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. For your affiliate store needs. Huzzah. I went positive. That's all that matters, guys. That's all that matters. Tend to think shotguns are kind of overpowered in this. So can I prestige now? No? No, that sucks. Sucks to suck. I'm still not a high enough level? God damn it, man. I just want prestige in this silly ass game that I never prestiged in. Yeah. With the fade, that's still, I hate those comments so much. I'm like, this is such a dumb, like, ugh. It is what it is. It's the 7th anniversary of Pokemon Go. 2 times catch XP? Hot damn. I did not know that. I'm trying to get like, so every year, if you haven't noticed, if you don't know, for like the last 3 years, I covered Pokemon Go Fest, and I'm like trying to get my access like code so I can go do it. And like, there's a new company handling it, so now I have to like reintroduce myself to like this new company, and it's like, ugh. And they're like, do you want to do it locally? I'm like, I don't live anywhere near London. And it's like, I'm like, I can't go to London to go do Pokemon Go. Ugh. Tis ridiculous. Tis ridiculous. But anyways, I hope I get my Pokemon Go Fest ticket soon. There's timed research ticket too. Squirrel Community Day Classic. When is that? July 9th? Anyways, at least the company I used to work with, they redirected me somewhere else. They're the same company that wouldn't send me Destiny because it wasn't in the UK. How can you be a moderator? You could get good. The moderators on the channel, they are of like the most elitist of things. And then there's one channel member to rule, or one moderator to rule them all, and that's Filet, because he paid to win.
We've lost the lead.
Some are earned, some are bought. And if you have to ask, most likely you cannot afford the level that Filet has purchased. Which is kind of comical. Nah, we're not really adding new moderators at the moment. I feel like I'm pretty happy with what I have. Yeah, unless we had like a new influx of additional people or something, I don't really think we need more moderators. Anyways, yeah. Skill issue. Workout, plenty of rest, eat your green vegetables. What is this, Spider-Man? Yeah. No, I really enjoy Pokemon Go. It's a good complement to my walking. If that makes sense, like it works really well with like the walks and stuff I like to go on. It just like it'll almost drive me to go on like a little extra bit of a walk on walks or visit a different area just because it's like it plays into it. Yeah. I'm not necessarily huge into Pokemon. Maybe when I was younger, yeah, but like, yeah, but Pokemon Go, it works. It's like an easy concept. They're always adding stuff to it. They have occasional big events I go and do and cover, and it just kind of works. Really, it does, yeah. Yeah, the likes definitely do help. I'm cuddling myself tonight with my new summer blanket. What's cracking? The cracking. Yeah, I got this like new summer comforter or whatever. Or is it a duvet? I don't know, whatever it is. It might be a duvet. I got a new summer version. It's much better for the summer. Yeah. I'm such an adult. I literally have different seasonal blankets. I don't know what like drove me to do this, but I was like, I think I was sitting there. I was like, this other blanket, I love it. It's too hot. It's too hot in the summer, and I was like looking at different options, and I was like, okay. And then I think there was like a deal at Costco for like these summer. I think it's a comfort, whatever it is. These summer blankets, and I was like, this is perfect. And then I have it, and I'm like, no, this is good. And yeah, now I like it. Although it doesn't comfort me like the winter one does, but it is good to have different options.
Friendly warden providing close air support. Friendly counter UAV online.
Counter UAV by the gods.
UAV on standby.
Yeah. Pokemon Go. Well, Pokemon Go is very good for exercise and adventures. Zombies Run? I have never played that. I have done the zombie run though. If you guys have never seen those videos on the channel, they're from 2013 and 14. I did the zombie run, and I'm not even kidding. There's literally videos of me going and doing a zombie run. They're, I don't know if they're entertaining, but they're definitely interesting. Yeah, it sucks they got rid of that. That would be fun to do these days. Kind of wonder why that wasn't sustainable. Like, I think the one year they ended up having like nobody attending it or something. No, sucks to suck. A duvet is a sheet to if you're giving me like the definition of it. Pokemon cards. See, like I watched like the show when I was like little. And I didn't really care for it a long time. I was never into the games. Like I knew so many people, they would have like the Game Boys and stuff and they would play it, and I was always just like, eh. But I do play the Pokemon Go. It's just, like I said, it works into like my walks and stuff and gives you something to do while you're walking. It's a good health app, essentially.
Objective failed. Regroup.
We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time. Avatar and Assassin's Creed. You know, for so many people that tell me they like Tekken, I just like the Tekken videos always have such slow starts to them view-wise. Hilarious. I'm still not prestiged yet. Why would you want to play on that same map again? It's a terrible level. I really don't understand the like of that map. Or did we not play on Genesis? We played on something else. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Terrible, terrible map. Welcome to the danger zone. Now I'm thinking like the price is right. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Binders of hockey cards for $200? Weird. Facebook Marketplace is so odd, but occasionally I get a good deal on old Xbox games. But it's like, it's gotta be really good stuff to actually drag me out now. Dark Angel? James Cameron's Dark Angel? I've never even seen that game before. Huh. An Airdrie? Oh god, I don't want to drive out to Airdrie. They did this 1 gallon Airdrie. It was such a fucking drive, man. I don't mind driving there because it's like a nice long open drive.
Let's do it.
But it's like, man, do I not like driving out to Airdrie. That woman was very unappreciative of the fact that I had to drive that far. Same as that one time I went for that walk with Joelle or whatever, and I had to drive like frickin'. She's like on the completely other side of the city, so it was like literally like a half hour or more drive. We go on a walk that's like less than an hour and a half because she's got to go do other things. I did like an hour, like literally the driving there and back was longer than the walking time. I was like, that was a complete waste. But I did get that special chicken thing, chicken burgers, chicken sandwich thing that they don't have at Costco anymore, and that was worth the drive. But yeah, I did think that was really funny. Oh yeah, we'll go to walk, blah blah, get to the place, being like, oh, I thought we were going somewhere else. I'm just like, oh. Yeah, that was a lot of driving that day. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Far Cry 7, I'm sure it'll be the most Far Cry of a Far Crying ever. Digimon? Oh, I liked Digimon when I was younger. It was cooler than Pokemon because they were more monstrous. And they were digital. I think Digimon's still like a decent thing, isn't it? Like didn't they just release like a Digimon game, like Survive or something? It did like decently well. I don't know, I don't keep up with that stuff. Same with like regular Pokemon, I can kind of care less, honestly. Like, what did we do? Pokemon like Aqueous or something like that? I was like, I think that one was kind of interesting because it was like open world, but I don't remember being too blown away by it.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of Switch games. I'm just always thinking, man, this would look so much nicer and play so much better on another console. Larry.
Enemy using an advanced UAV.
Advanced UAV? So they know exactly where we are. We don't stand a chance. How did they get an advanced UAV? 13 and 4? Oh my god. Okay, that explains it, I guess. Oh, come on. Like I said, this game, it's either for you or you're just getting raked over the coals. How the hell did that guy die? Are you kidding me? This game and its weird ass wall climbing. The claw! Claw games I'd like to see remade? I don't know, probably a few over the years. I don't know if there's like a definitive one I can think of off the top of my head. A lot of the games I usually like to see brought back or like just remastered because they're not big enough to get remade. I don't know. I'd love for them to take another crack at the original Gears. That would be kind of interesting. Might be interesting to see some Halos kind of get that sort of treatment. It really depends. I guess Dead Space remake and, you know, The Last of Us remake kind of show that there's a bunch of games that if you do it properly, you could probably really upgrade those experiences, so... I don't know. Hard to say. Yeah, there's a level of like diminishing returns on remaking things. As opposed to just quickly remastering them, but if it's done right, it can be really good. Really, really good. Oh, I love those experiences in gaming where you like run into some random person and you like work through like a game with them. I kind of miss that. You don't really do that as much these days. At least I feel that is the case. I thought that was a dead body over there. Jeez. Yeah, because I can remember things like Crackdown, like Diablo and stuff. Where, you know, completely random person you'd run into and some prince through like the whole game, or they'd carry you through it and stuff. And different times in gaming. What we really need to do is set up like a horde night for like Gears 3 or something. Would be fun. What if we have any Gears 2 achievements where we need to do that? Super Mario RPG remake? I'm kind of indifferent towards that. I saw everybody freaking out, so I was kind of like, you'd like to see The Last of Us remade? Yeah, I mean, just think of the technical improvements they can make after a year or two. Oh, like a whole new game. Whole new game. The Last of Us. Super definitive this time, we swear. The Last of Us. It can't get more definitive. That's still not enough to prestige? Oh, come on. Really? Oh my god. Yeah, I should kind of check that. Like, do we have any, like, Gears 2 Horde achievements we can get? Kind of wondering if we could, like, rope together a squad to do, like, a retro Gears night.
We have target confirmation.
Yeah, let's take a look at Gears of War 2. I think I've almost got all the achievements on that one. Seriously, completionist, those are only 2 main achievements. DLC, I am finished. Okay, I'm only missing 2 achievements in Gears to finish, or collect all the collectibles and get 100,000 kills. Maybe I should finish that someday. We can do a stream where I'm just replaying that same part with the Brumac over and over again. But Gears 3. Let's see what we got for Gears 3. Cog tags, force multiplier, Hammer of Dawn, kill command center, assassinator, sorry, execute to min. Original combat things. 20 consecutive waves of horde on any forces of nature map without going down or dying. Well, we could do that. Bag and tag. Yeah, I don't really have any horde achievements left to do in the Gears of War games, so I guess that wouldn't really be worth it. Unless we were just doing it for fun. Remake Halo Infinite? Yeah, maybe it could be good. You love this COD, but you don't remember the maps? Oh. Yeah, no, I forgot almost all the maps until we've been streaming this like almost once a month steadily. You know, you kind of learn them over time. Actually, for me, it only like usually takes 1 or 2 days of playing a game, like when it comes out, to like pretty much memorize the map rotation or the map movement and stuff. Pretty good for that, actually. A Fallout New Vegas remake. I'll do you one better. A Fallout 3 remake. Nah, I know people love Fallout New Vegas. I really do think it's just a matter of time before they do like a remaster or remake of those. Like Xbox has to know they're sitting on like easy money bringing those ones back. Like I'm actually shocked that they, again, haven't like put together a studio that just handles remasters, remakes, and stuff for Xbox game studios. Because like if they're gonna have Xbox stuff, Bethesda stuff, and then Activision Blizzard King stuff, they need a studio that could like revamp and remaster and re-upgrade older, you know, titles for Xbox. That should be a priority for them, honestly. This is a studio that straight up is like, okay, do we remaster this? Do we remake this? You know, things like that. Oh, this is like a dead lobby. Should we find another lobby? I'm wondering if it's gonna like fill out or not. Let's see if there's another match. I feel confident that there's other lobbies. Did I play the Vegas games? I have videos of them up on the channel, but yes, I did play the Vegas games back in the day. We've talked about actually doing a co-op stream with Kevin if the servers still work for co-op, which I don't think they do, but we're going to try it out at some point. But yeah, I did like the Vegas games. They're cool. You know what else is cool? Liking the stream. Haha, subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. Yeah. Oblivion remake? Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. Same with Morrowind would be kind of nice. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think core Bethesda has any interest in doing that kind of stuff. Hence the point of having a supporting studio. That would be, you know, the ideal situation, right? I shot him and then he walked into my grenade. Yes! This is actually a pretty sleek take on Terminal, isn't it? Surprised this map works as a good map as good as it does. Brap. We're not doing Age of Empires. Sadly. Sadly. Yeah, Zarcaster, always helpful with the links. Always appreciated. But yeah, no, we did Rainbow Six. I mean, I played those when I was, you know, younger, when they actually came out. They were so cool because it was like Vegas was such a neat spot for that kind of game. It's a shame that Rainbow Six isn't like that anymore. Like it's not even recognizable to those older games. But yeah, those Rainbow Six games were really cool. And as I said, if we can get co-op working, I think a stream of the co-op campaign for Vegas 2 would be awesome. But as I said, I don't really. I think they shuttered the servers for it, so we'll see. Really? What a waste of the claw. What a waste of the claw. You guys ever notice my charm that's a snowman? Space. The final frontier. The hell did that guy go? Did he like run out into space? My thing is, I'm surprised when the window gets shot out, though. You don't just get sucked out because of all the, you know, lack of atmosphere. Shouldn't everything be floating, or did they create like a bubble around this area that provides gravity? The Vegas games, they are pretty intense indeed. Yeah, I miss Age of Empires Fest too, but you know, it's just not as popular as it was. I'm hoping Age of Empires 4 when that one gets ported over, which was supposed to be this year, but no word on it. Maybe at Gamescom they'll announce something. Actually, Age of Empires had its own event, I think last year, right? Anyways, yeah, I hope that one still comes. We'll do some, you know, we'll have a review of it. We'll do a stream of Age of Empires 4, a couple streams probably of it. I'm hoping that's popular again. But I don't think Age of Empires 4 has the same catch as Age of Empires 2 does. But they nailed 2, so I hope they nail 4 as well for the console conversion. Yeah. You want to play Starfield when you see space? Where's Jeffrey? That's a good question. Hello there. Save Jeff. Jeff was the hero we didn't need at that time. We needed a good game.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Again, very beautiful map. Very well designed. I mean, it's just terminal, but like the revamp of it, like the fish and the sleekness, it just looks really cool. Victory! The gunplay? That's because they had, oh, what the hell are they called? Come in and help. IE Software? Yeah, they came and helped out with the gunplay. Will Starfield's combat be like COD? Well, it's not a competitive shooter, so probably not, but sure it'll be fine. I was number 1. I was the best there ever was, don't ever forget that. Do I finally get to Prestige? So I have to wait 10 seconds? Should I take a picture of my class so that I know what it's like? I never thought I would Prestige in this game, because I didn't like it that much. Why do I have to wait? That's because it's 4K, man. That 4K update was great. I've prestiged, guys. Neon Tiger? Ooh. I love the idea that I just never bothered upgrading any of these classes. I just left the guns literally as like the basic guns. Grenade. Chiron. 2 of them? I don't need 2 of them. What do I usually have? Ah, crap. I didn't get to adjust my class, but I prestiged. Yeah.
Team deathmatch.
Is this the scope I usually use, or do I have a different scope usually? Is it just me, or does this gun not look right? Is this the right gun?
Welcome to the battle. Set def soul.
NV4. No, this looks like it's it. Weird. Yeah, I literally never thought I would prestige in this game. That is so bizarre. Here I am, prestiging in Infinite Warfare due to live streaming. Wow. What a sick, twisted world this is.
You no longer have the lead. UAV on standby. Okay, we're retasking UAV.
Helped with the graphics? Oh, did they? I thought they just helped with the gunplay. No, somebody's enjoying the custom emotes that you get when you're a member.
Have the lead.
I'm glad you are. I hope that someday we can unlock more custom emotes too.
You are now in the lead.
I try my best. I feel like, Slaughter, you just did your membership pop-up thing. I feel like that just happened. Halo Infinite? Pff, in this economy? In this budget? At this time of year? Object-based motion? Oh yeah, that was a big thing.
Have the lead. Friendly scarab active.
Gotta get the motion blur right.
Enemy UAV. Enemy vulture on the field.
What just happened?
Allied drone package entering airspace. Friendly drone support is
Wow, Slaughter's actually pretty close to the Sapphire rank too, now that I'm seeing it. Oh, how time flies by. You'll be, July, August, you'll be Sapphire in time for frickin' Starfield.
enemy scorchers. Take cover.
The hell did that guy go? How did he end up over there? The rules of physics don't apply in this infinite hill. Get away, spider droid. Get away. Oh, there's another guy up there I could have kept shooting and killed. Godfest, yeah. This is a recent Call of Duty? I was unaware that this was a recent Call of Duty.
Friendly drone support is active.
You know me, I just answered the COD. It's gonna be so nice to have COD as part of the first party, you know. Actually, it will be pretty exciting to have this all, hopefully, for that first party. And that system seller Tony Hawk, that was so funny. There was one point where the FTC lawyer was talking about, well, what if Xbox took away the Tony Hawk games? It's like, yeah, the system selling Tony Hawk that hasn't had a new entry since the 360 era that bombed like crazy. Very funny. It's all about motion blur. Object-based motion blur. That's like way more than just a motion blur. That's a motion blur that's like per object. Didn't even know that was economical. It's akimbo shotguns? Wow. It's a weird spot for that turret, but okay.
Friendly shock sentry performing overwatch.
It makes it more cinematic. Ooh. Cinema. It's like when we were playing Final Fantasy and we had those cinematic strikes or cinematic invasions. Cinematic. That was an intense neck crack. Should really buy that second monitor someday. I guess there's those Prime sales coming up, right? Maybe I get a decent monitor this time. Fingers crossed it's not like a returned used monitor. Man, that was depressing. There's one thing I've learned, the shotguns are ridiculous in this game. If you guys missed it earlier in the stream, I was capping people off. I went on like a 7+ kill streak with just shotgunning people.
Friendly scarab active.
Ah, that snaps so fast. Holy. Why does that snap so quickly? More Final Fantasy 16? Probably not. I don't know, it didn't really do that well. We'll see how the long-term performance is on that one. But yeah, I wasn't really blown away by the views on it. Yeah, I don't even know if it was financially viable to do that. Alright, let's fix my class here. So we had... Yeah, it looks like it's just that scope. Grenade, the kind of thing. Then we have a shield icon, the blast shield. Why don't I have another slot? Usually I have another slot. Perk 2 is momentum. Perk 3 is the bullet. Level 6, okay. Max level on the gun. Reward dog tags. I've prestiged my gun for some reason. I feel like that was a dumb idea, wasn't it? Wait, now I can just have dog tags? I want the snowman. Okay. I get the point in that. That's it. Now I just have to add another perk when I hit level 6. Oh, alright. Do better. I was doing pretty well. Aw. Well, you never know. Maybe it'll get more popular. We'll do more Final Fantasy 16. It just wasn't very, just wasn't very popular. Sorry. Yeah. Can't make people watch things, sadly. But, maybe we'll do more of it. I don't know. We'll see. We've actually had some pretty good variety on the live streams, if you guys didn't notice. Recently, we've done, like, you know, Final Fantasy, we did Avengers, Hunt Showdown, Hardline, Bond, Ghosts, Vigor, Horizon. That was like the last week or so. It was just that kind of like pretty good variety, I gotta say. But I am glad that you enjoyed it. That's nice to hear. This is like the chat was so freaking like toxic all night too on it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 did really well for PlayStation. It sold 3 million copies on that platform. Which I think was lower than 15 or something, and lower than projections, but still pretty good, I'd say. The crazier thing to me is like Final Fantasy, which is like a huge franchise. You know, it does like 3 million. Then you got something like Zelda, which does like 10 million plus in 3 days. Man, those Nintendo games, they sell like crazy. But there's also a lot more Nintendo consoles out there too, right? But gotta hand it to Nintendo, that's pretty wild. The COD mines? Living in the COD mines. It's my bread and butter. You joke, but, you know, certain stuff does better than other stuff. Yeah, it's not like I'm doing... Final Fantasy is like a passion project for streaming. It was just kind of like, yeah, it was a little underwhelming with the views per time. Didn't see a good response to it, so... Yeah, no, we'll see how it does overall. I'm glad you like the commentary, that's nice. Yeah, it's good to let me know on that kind of stuff, otherwise I just go, yeah, complete dud, but... Yeah, well, maybe it'll pick up over time. So some streams they do, you know, pick up afterwards, but... We'll see. But I am glad you enjoyed it. I probably do have to do, because it's like, what, 30 hours long? How many more streams would I have to do? I do like, what, 4 hours? I have to do like several streams to actually finish that game. Be a lot. Well, this match is not going well for me in the slightest. I was doing so much better earlier.
The enemy is halfway there. You may want to intervene.
I do, however, ponder if, you know, Square Enix would have given me Final Fantasy earlier, it might have done better as well, I guess, because we are checking it out a little bit after launch, right? But I could also kind of tell that I didn't think the stream was necessarily going to be super popular, because the video I did of it running on the PS5 wasn't. Oh. Yeah, it was pretty toxic, the chat. Infinite Warfare more than Advanced Warfare? I don't really like the jetpack CODs. I think maybe the movement in Advanced Warfare felt more even. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. I didn't really like this era of COD in general. Hence why I never prestiged and stuff in this one. That's actually one I'm kind of like, because I think we've done one Advanced Warfare stream, because it's just, that one is so dead. That one, if the deal goes through, I think for Game Pass it would be interesting to stream that one and, you know, check it out again. That one is a bit odd too. 50 hours was, I don't do side content. 0 side quests to do it in 30 hours. That's yeah, that's what we do here. We don't do side missions. Do I look like someone that has time for side missions? You think I care about these side objectives? Did I personally enjoy Final Fantasy 16? I liked the story, but I felt the pacing was like really slow and it was kind of boring. Like, again, I really was interested in the story and where it was gonna go, but it was so slow to get there. Combat was kind of fun, but you're just kind of like tapping a button over and over again. I liked the characters, the cinematics were cool. Yeah, it's more the story that really intrigued me, but it was just like, kind of felt like it was stretched a bit. It seemed like a pretty cool game. It seemed pretty cool. What level? I'm level 4 now or something? I just prestiged in this. 2? Level 2, I guess. That's the problem with deathmatch. Absolute rubbish for leveling. Absolute rubbish. COD 4 Remastered? Yeah, we do that about once a month. Party Up? Probably not. It's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chat at great times, Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. Another GTA stream. I was the thought crossed my mind because it's on Game Pass. The thought did. I don't really want to, but it makes sense to tie it in because it's on Game Pass again. But like, ugh, to be honest, I probably should have done it tonight because it was Shadow sort of dropped on Game Pass. But don't really want to. You're in the game? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think you mentioned that earlier. Lubu. Yeah, but I'm not gonna like back out and make a party or anything. I don't care at this hour. Alright, let's go.
Alright, Scarf, get in there.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I was actually having a lot of success earlier in the stream, like picking up other people's weapons to kill people with. I thought it was kind of funny. The shotguns are nasty on those like tight maps. And those SMGs kill like crazy in this. I guess I just was never too into this one because I didn't really bother much with class changing or anything. Literally never even prestiged. It's only because of the streams that I've even got enough leveling to prestige. Otherwise I would have just left it as is. Besides, this one too I don't think gets as much fanfare these days for stream numbers, so might cut off this one's head too, but then again, it's Game Pass, right? So we'll see if the deal goes through. If the deal goes through. It's good to know, Slaughter. Personality makes the stream 2 times funnier. Well, that's very nice of you to say. Yeah. College NCAA? Yeah, I'm excited for the views that one's going to bring when it comes back. I'm glad you had fun with the streams. If you're looking for, I don't know, the walkthrough type stuff, we've done a lot of full games on the channel. We definitely have. It's just like, yeah, it's just harder sell when they don't do super well. That's just kind of like, you know, time-wise, is it worth it, right? Because I'd have to work, like, a long time to do the rest of Final Fantasy. And, like, UI is off the first one, I'm kind of like... Could do other stuff and get more out of it, almost.
Enemy UAV.
Oop.
The enemy launched a counter UAV. Enemy UAV.
Sleep when I die. I mean, sleep takes away productivity time, you know what I mean? The final... It was pretty crazy, though. There was, like, cool stuff going on. Those big, like, boss battles and stuff. And, yeah, that was pretty wild. It would be funny, though, if it did eventually end up on Xbox and we, like, caught up to where we were on the PS5 version and just, like, carried over. That would be entertaining. But I don't think... I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever come to Xbox, that one. I think they've pretty much locked down the Final Fantasies. Oh. Achievement hunting? I'm not doing achievement hunting videos. The Titan was insane. Oh, the big thing was like... Yeah. Where you're doing the stuff where you're like fighting the dominants are hitting each other is like pretty crazy. My big thing though was they talk about these dominants like they're these special characters or like special people, but there's like dominants like left, right, and center, and it's like, jeez. I definitely do think the game would get more interesting though at the point where we left it, where you've kind of got like altering abilities. Because I assume the concept of the game is basically your person's like some kind of chosen person that like collects the abilities of these other dominance, and then you use that to save the world or something, to save the realm with the crystals. So that's what my guess would be that's the rest of the narrative. Because the one king was talking about doing that, collecting the different stuff and everything. See, it's the story that intrigues me.
The enemy has a drone package.
Actually, what we really need to do is go back and finish off The Witcher Blood and Wine. That's what we really need to do. The campaign is good for Final Fantasy, yeah. You got all the CODs, but you never played this one. The zombies is good in this. Campaign, so-so. Multiplayer, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we need to see this with all the Game Pass stuff though, and then maybe we can finally get people for like different zombie maps would be nice, so if I can play the same one. That's the maple leaf. The wheat plant. That's the holy maple leaf of Canada land. Yeah, Blood and Wine, because we did like... I think we did most of it, didn't we? And then we were like... And then we're like, oh, we'll go back to it, and then I got like busy with other stuff, but I think we were like pretty close to finishing Blood and Wine. Yeah, we did 4 hours of it. I think we were pretty close. That was back in December. That was fun. I got a limited monetization on Back for Blood, River of Blood. Why? When did that happen? Oh well. It's not like the streams make much anyways afterwards. Weird, I didn't even notice that. It's where they strap on like limited ad stuff all the time, you don't even notice. Hmm. The greatest of NCAA for weren't the old NCAAs essentially them like just straight up like taking Madden and just kind of cutting it down into like NCAA? Like I had quite a few NCAAs growing up, but I just remember them being like kind of quick Madden reskins. So we'll see how this new one is. How could you have missed that? It was yeah, it was December. It was Blood and Wine. Um, there's like a walkthroughs playlist of all the stuff we've done. If you want to go look through those, there's been quite a few of them. Yeah, we did Blood and Wine. We'll have to go back to that at some point and do the rest of it. Eventually, yeah. Minecraft Minions, that was the moneymaker. Yeah, I should have done a part 2 at some point. Yeah, oh well. I'm just gonna cherish Minecraft Minions as a big view video. Then we've got,
Let's get to work.
trying to think what's coming up. Yeah, it's gonna be like a pretty busy stream time. Like, September, October, November. It's gonna be a busy fall this year. It's like a lot less older stuff. It's gonna be a lot of new things. But yeah, Blood and Wine was a lot of fun. We were having a good time with that stream. I like that one. I'm hoping we can do, I can drag Kevin for Fallout 76 so we can continue that in Boardwalk Empire. Or, sorry, Atlantic Boardwalk or something? Whatever the DLC is. Starfield? Oh, I'm assuming we're gonna stream a lot of Starfield. I milk. Yeah, I'm gonna milk it up. I think we're gonna do, yeah, I think we're gonna do a ton of Starfield. I'm expecting that to be uber popular, but we'll have to wait and see. Starfield, too popular to play other games. That would be hilarious. Yeah, that's the one thing I was disappointed about for Modern Warfare 2 there. Is, as I said, we've never had so many, like, consecutive successful streams for that one, like of any game, for so long. But what killed it was just the lack of things to do in it, because, you know, you maxed out the battle pass and you're like, what do you do? And then, you know, stop streaming it for a bit. People are like, oh, well, they're not doing that anymore, and then, you know, that's the end of it, right? So I hope for Modern Warfare 2, they actually have a good amount of long-term content planned for that one. So we can keep playing it. We'll see. Who knows what the future will hold. Will I stream the Cyberpunk DLC? Yeah, I'm planning. Atlantic City, that's exactly what it is. I'm planning on streaming the Cyberpunk DLC. I think we'll do all of it. I'm hoping, and it seems very unlikely at this point, I'm hoping for a new game plus for Cyberpunk so that we can, like, replay the game ahead of the, you know, for streaming ahead of the new one, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I'm planning on streaming all of
We've lost the lead.
Cyberpunk DLC there. Should be fun. Like I said, it's going to be a busy, like, fall season this year. Maybe the busiest ever. That's why I think when we were talking with Kevin there, I was mentioning that I think it's going to be like Elden Ring levels of bad when that came out for work, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, that was me leveling? Okay. I did so much better this game earlier tonight. I actually had a good strong start off. It's actually hilarious how much worse it's gotten for me.
The enemy is halfway there. Take them down.
The claw! The claw! Now it's September. I think in general it's usually the fall is like... I usually consider the fall September to like December, like the prime months. Last year's December was strikingly like slow though, which sucked. But yeah. The gaming seasons have changed too. Traditionally it was just the fall. Now the beginning months of the year are usually filled with heavy hitters too. Ideally it would be awesome to get to a point where there's so many games releasing that the whole calendar year is filled, but that's, I don't know if that's even reasonable. We'll see.
The enemy launched a counter UAV. Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Anyways, don't be afraid to like the stream. God damn it. Where are these guys at?
Enemy vulture on the field.
Are they just like hanging out? Fell to my death. Yeah, actually, I don't have the heart icon anymore. You think Alan Wake 2 is going to be a sleeper hit? I mean, a sequel to a beloved original game that's getting lots of advertisement and marketing on the PlayStation side of things? I think Alan Wake 2 will be a pretty big hit. It's going to get great critical acclaim, and I think it's going to sell very well. Yeah, I wouldn't really call that a sleeper hit. I'm predicting that one's going to be good. It's only the only issue I could see with Alan Wake 2 is if it's too busy around it.
UAV ready. UAV inbound to your position.
Because actually, I'm probably assuming Alan Wake 2 will be like a Game of the Year contender.
UAV in your vicinity.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Soldiers ready for use. Complete this mission or don't come back.
Complete this mission or don't come back? You're just leaving me out in space? Where are we? Is this over like Jupiter or something? Where did they get all the metal to build these big ass space stations?
Friendly drone
Get a ton of resources to build this crap. They must be strip mining from like asteroids or like the moon or something. I don't think they explain that in the story, do they? The other big funny thing is like small colonies probably reliant on Earth for resources are ones that are fighting like against it. Yeah. I don't know if they should advance enough planets on other or cities on other planets to justify the abilities that they had, but just gotta go with it. Quantum Break. Someday the sequel will come. Someday. Just you wait.
Mission failed. We'll come prepared next time.
We weren't prepared? Well, why were we fighting here? Pikmin 4? Oh, I love Pikmin. I was disappointed they didn't have codes for Pikmin 1 and 2 to check out.
You didn't meet all the objectives. Eyes and ears on me. We got new orders.
Janet, why do people like that goddamn awful map so much? It's so weird.
We have target confirmation.
Like, it's a terrible, terrible level. Blows my mind. Cold War on PS Plus? Yeah, no thank you. No thanks. I do not like the Cold War. Alright, let's do this. Control 2? Yeah, Control 2 is in development. I think you can go on the Remedy website and they have like a breakdown of their investor meetings. There's also Vanguard, which is like a multiplayer game that's in development. I think it got delayed into 24, I believe, though. Yeah, they're doing Alan Wake 2, Project Vanguard, Control 2, and I think there's another project in development as well. Yeah, Horizon's sequel, it's gonna be a little awkward without Silence there, but I'm assuming they'll maybe just like, he has a protege that'll just like pop up and take over, or I really don't know. This is a little disappointing though, because we won't know, like, because obviously he had big plans and stuff, and we won't get to see what that's like. I doubt he did the voice work for that already, so. Unless they have someone just like, well, he did the performance too, right? He did like the capture report, because that's like him in the game. I don't know what they are gonna do for that. The best you could do would just be to do like a protege taking over or something. Silence is busy. I don't know. They're supposed to. They call it the Sam Lake universe, so it's supposed to be like all of the projects Remedy have done are like one universe technically. I mean, they've kind of alluded to it, but they haven't, like, really connectively made them all together, but I think Control kind of led into Alan Wake, and then I think Control... So from what I understand, Control is going to be, like, the central universe, where it, like, shifts off into these other Remedy universes. But, yeah. They call it the Sam Lake universe because it's like him kind of running the show, right? The other issue is obviously they don't own Max Payne, right? So like they own Control and they own Alan Wake. Xbox owns Quantum Break. Take-Two owns Max Payne. Learned that from the Xbox documents about them looking at buying Remedy. I think that would be really interesting. Because then obviously you can combine all the universes together. But I don't think you'd get Max Payne off of Rockstar. I doubt they'd give that up. Although that would be an interesting sell-off, because I mean they're not really doing anything. Like the bigger question would be like, you know, is the point of these Max Payne remakes just for like the legacy of Remedy and for like Rockstar to make some money, or is the point of these for like Remedy to make like a new Max Payne? And that's typically what happens is you remaster an older entry to see the interest of a new entry, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see if their master plan is a new Max Payne game. Although I would be fascinated by an Xbox buying Remedy than them trying to buy Max Payne off of, like, Take-Two. Because I don't... Like, obviously, you know, they own the Max Payne games, Take-Two, right? But I don't think they're making that much money off of them. You know what I mean? Like, they're making money off them still being available, but I don't think they're making that much money. So, I don't know if that would be, like, an expensive IP to buy. Like, I don't think Remedy could necessarily afford that, but... it'd be interesting. Some Gears 6. I was thinking 2024, now probably 2025, because we didn't hear anything about this year. Yeah, he could go venturing far away and stuff. Dune 2? Yeah, no, the trailer looks good. I mean, Dune 1 was a little boring. Kevin and I went to watch that. I was like, did you see the trailer for Dune 2? He's like, nah. And he's like, are we going to it? I was like, yeah, we'll go watch it. Yeah, I love the director. He makes really good movies. And yeah, just for me, Dune 1 was pretty boring, but Dune 2 looks like where a lot more of the action happens, so I'll go watch it. It's like a good theater movie, honestly. Yeah. I'll go see it. We'll go see the movie. Yeah.
Friendly drone support is active.
What was that guy doing?
Allied drone active. Friendly drone support is active.
That was so funny. It was like Dune 1, I mean, it had its moments, but it was a pretty boring film. The second half of it was beautiful, but yeah. It was, honestly, it kind of suffered from being clearly part 1, if that makes sense. Like, I really do think that one suffered, because it's just like intense, 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 and then just boring, slow, 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 and then it just abruptly ends, and that's it. Just like I'm abruptly ending the stream. So, you know, see you around.